Welcome to another episode of The Bastard Sermon. I'm one of your three hosts, Cody Hucker.
Patrick Feta.
I fucking hate you. And Luke Young.
He's not dead, guys, unfortunately.
I'm not dead. I'm alive.
Unfortunately, he's alive.
I'm the big cheese.
I lied last week. This week we have on the local blackened death metal band, NITHING, with Kory Shumard. Schumard? Fuck, Cody.
You're a fucking
God.
idiot.
And
Practice
Zach
this.
Determan. Give it up, boys.
Thanks for not clapping.
I want to start the episode by talking about how insecure Cody is.
Yeah.
So
Okay, we can do that.
We started up the camera to set up the show before you guys got here, and right away he started talking about how a fat piece of shit he was, and he was lifting up his shirt and just rubbing his belly and tits, and then he put his hat on backwards. And if you would do that for me right now, everybody watching on YouTube, this bitch looks like Silent Bob. He looks like Silent Bob through and through right now.
I want to see it. Can I get a demonstration?
You think that I look like fat? Oh, you want to see the fat? Yeah, because I was sitting here, and you can see the roll of belly, YouTube listeners, right there just perched on top of. And then, yeah, Kory scoot in so they can really see you. But I've seen you play fucking drums before, and you always take your shirt off, and you got that cool fucking belly tattoo that looks like it hurt like a bitch.
Oh, God.
You got
That's
a
pretty lame,
hurt.
actually.
A Fenrir belly tattoo? Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I asked him when he was going to get the shading for that. He just said no.
No, never again. The nips, dude. Oh.
It's never getting done?
I've been.
I know what you're talking about. The nip area sucks, but
I'm trying to get my stomach done. Like, I want some big ass wolf, but I'm like nervous about how painful it'll be.
So I got this with the dudes at Hybrid Image, and like the whole day they're like, "Yeah, you're getting your belly button blacked out." Like, no, this is gonna happen. So I'm afraid to go back.
You have it blacked out? Let me see it.
No, it's not. It's not.
They just said they were going to.
Yeah. So I think that has propagated
that,
much
dude.
of my fear.
I mentioned it once on the podcast before, but I have a friend that was going to surgically remove his nipples so he wouldn't tattoo over them because he
Gay.
thought it was going to be so painful. I was like, I don't know about that.
Why don't you just not be a puss?
Yeah.
Your nipples
Like, just
tattooed
fucking
over.
do it.
grow up.
I think
Yeah.
getting your nipples removed would be more of an ordeal.
Operation.
You'd have to get the nips removed, then you have to go through the recovery, and then I'm sure getting
then-
the needles blasted through it would be way more sensitive.
Oh, yeah, no, tattooing over scar tissue? No.
Yeah,
oh,
no way.
Have you ever had a cover up?
No, but I mean, I've had, like, gone back for, like, shading over a tattoo.
Yeah. I've had a couple cover ups, and it is no walk in the park, man.
No, the worst for me, I have one, like, right here, and, like, there's a spot, like, on the solar plexus.
On your sternum?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
That was bizarre.
Wait,
Like, I think I was about passed out. when
back
it
to the
happened.
nip thing though. If you're gonna get your nips removed, you should probably put them somewhere else.
Yes.
Yeah, like on his ass cheeks or something.
Nipple relocation.
Elbow nips so that you can tattoo over them. They won't hurt anymore.
I still can't lick them. I don't know.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, my big fat fucking body can lick my own nipples, though. I just take my tit and I stretch it upwards, and it goes right into my mouth. And I can feed myself with them.
You do that?
No, but
How do you know you can do that?
You produce milk?
I think I can lick my nips.
Oh,
Cody's
that's-
licking his
oh,
nipple right
that's-
now.
That's
Right?
hot, dude.
Yeah, I
Pretty
can
hot.
lick my own
If
nipple.
he didn't get
You
nipple,
guys can't.
if he didn't lick his nipple, he at least licked the hair.
Yeah,
Oh,
tongue
gross.
full of his nipple hair. That was fucking nasty, dude.
So wait, that big fucking giant belly piece goes all the way up to your nipples? So like you're scared to get your nipples tattooed over is the problem?
Yeah, I mean like barely because I wouldn't sit still, so it's like.
Oh, so you-
kind of
Damn, that's baller though.
How much does it suck? Is it fucking really bad?
This is the thing. Like when he was doing it, I was like, "Oh, you're on my nipple. I can feel it." And he's like, "Dude, I'm not even close."
Yeah, I don't know if you can relate to it, but when I got like my piece done, when they got near to my nipple, it didn't feel like the needle anymore. It just felt like he was holding a lighter nearby it.
Damn.
And just hanging out like, yeah, I'm just almost
Luke,
done.
you have a chest piece?
I have a chest piece over my.
Oh, yeah, that's
heart.
right. It's that
Was that
fucking
with
alchemy.
Into the
mic,
into the microphone.
Because I've always noticed the shading. It feels more like a lighter.
Yeah, it
Like,
was.
yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
but-
because there's the outline. That just feels like they're cutting you.
yeah.
That's where it's got to be the most prominent though. They got to have the thickest borders around it,
Yeah.
so that way the ink can just be filled in. You know.
Yeah.
When they were doing the inside of my arms, whenever they got close to the armpit, it felt like someone was yanking my armpit hair. That's what that felt. That felt fucking awful. I can only imagine a nipple. That'd be fucking horrible.
I think the most painful so far for me may have been my thigh. But that was
Legs
a
hurt
really,
too.
really long session. I don't know. From the knees down, my legs have been a walk in a park. The
Well-
forearm was fine, but the thigh was like a 6.5 hour session. And I think
God.
that's why it fucking sucks so much. But the thigh sucked.
That's fucking torture, man.
I got my mom's whole first, middle, and last name around my butthole, and I have to tell you, it felt like God was tonguing my beehole
You're
the
lying.
entire time. It was magical.
Are you serious?
Son of a bitch.
No, I'm not fucking serious. What kind of
I was gonna
psychopath
say, like, what?
would get their mom's entire
It's you,
name
Cody.
around their asshole?
It's
a
you.
sentimental person, dude. It's super sentimental.
Yeah, look, Mom, and you spread your ass cheeks and you show her name inside
Are you
there.
proud of me?
Do you love me now?
Does this make up for me not going to college yet?
God damn.
No, son, it does not. But I'm still
Yeah,
proud
dude.
of you.
Oh yeah, I appreciate that. Second dad, Kory.
All right, so let's get into NITHING. What do you guys got going on right now?
Oh yeah, I guess that's me. Okay. We have our EP release show set. It's at Urban Artifact, December 14th. We have on our best buddies in Automaton and Well of Night from Dayton playing.
These guys
It'll
are
be a great
sick.
time. We'd like to give a shout out to Jim Grow at Mobius Studios for recording it, Luke Sackenheim for mixing it, Nick Osgood for the artwork for it, and then Bryn Hastings for putting together the layout for the actual EP and everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the credits right there.
Yeah, credits.
How,
Yep.
how many songs are you doing on the EP?
7.
Yeah, there's
7. That's a good EP.
Yeah.
I think it comes out at about 25 minutes.
Dude, that's fucking awesome. Most EPs that I've ever seen that people do is usually like 4 or 5 songs. So like those extra songs really fucking make it count, dude.
Am I crazy, or were you talking with Andrew last time you were on?
Yeah, I
about
was.
like you guys were working on it at that time.
Yeah, we had just gotten done recording. We're getting like all the mixing and everything done when we talked to the
Okay.
guys. Yeah.
And I do remember at that time when you guys came on, you guys both told the story about how Kory joined the band.
Yeah, you were setting up how Kory was in here in the first place, and you basically had to trick him to get him into the band. or
Oh
whatever.
no, not trick him to get in the band. Trick him into playing drums.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Trick
Yeah.
him into
Right,
playing
right.
drums for you guys.
So I was like playing with these guys. I'm like, all right, you guys suck, but if I can just be the vocalist, just rip up Bibles and get drunk, or you show up on my motorcycle, which I don't own, but I was good with it. And then we had a falling out with our drummer, and they basically tricked me into where I'm at now, which has been good for sure. Like,
You're glad you fell for that trick?
yeah. I mean, well, sometimes. I was just trying to like coast on these guys, and then now I'm more
It was-
integral member, I suppose.
It was really his own hubris. He asked us about a month in, like, "Are you guys ever going to try to find another drummer?" And I said, "Well, if you can find a drummer better than you, we'll take him." And he was just like, "Well, fuck, I guess that's me then."
Corey's narcissism wouldn't let him. He was like, there's no better drummer. That's a ridiculous statement right there.
Well, no, it's kind of messed up because, so we had a band space in this building with the original drummer where we all played. And then I had started renting a separate band space in the same building. That's its own story, but we're all upstairs in my band space. I'm playing drums. I'm just supposed to fill in while we practice. And they're like, oh, like, why do we got this guy that sucks? You know what I mean? Like,
Didn't you guys have that fuckface drummer originally, or like somebody was a real bag of dog? We talked about it on the episode, so I don't feel like we're telling any secrets here.
It's the same guy, yeah.
Yeah, so
Okay.
there was that fuckface, and then we got the cool guy in now.
also fuckface, but...
Yeah, better fuckface,
But
though.
cool fuckface.
Enjoyable fuckface.
Well, a good way we talk about it is like you can be really good at your instrument and have a bad attitude and kind of get away with it, and you can have a good attitude and suck and probably get away with it a little bit more. But you can't have a bad attitude and also suck. Like it's one or the other,
Yeah.
Definitely hear that.
It's like if you're not very good, but you're enthusiastic about being there and trying to get better, like, I'll work with you, but...
True shit. Is this the shit that I've pulled up right here? Is this the album art for
Yes.
the new EP
It
that's
looks
Yes,
coming
it
out?
is, yeah.
awesome.
What's the
Nick Osgood,
Yeah,
right?
Nick Osgood.
What's the
Damn.
title of the thing?
Dark Triad.
Dark Triad, and you said 7 tracks in the whole thing coming out at 25 minutes. Where can they get it? Where can our listeners pick this shit up at?
Well, we're not going to release the whole thing until we have our EP release show, but right now we have one single up on our Bandcamp
Yeah.
that we put out like about a month ago.
Can we
Check
play
that
that?
shit out,
Yeah,
people.
sure, if you want to.
Does the album follow like a theme at all, or is it just like each song's at their own?
Each song's kind of its own thing. He's been getting on us about doing more of a concept album, so maybe that'll be the next ambitious
Does
thing
heavy
to do.
metal need a theme
Yeah.
other than heavy metal?
All right, NITHING Bandcamp. This is the one right here.
Yeah, Plague of the Ophiomancer, because Andrew's a fucking nerd, and that's named after like a
What is
magic card.
Ophiomancer?
It's
What
like
does that
Snake
mean?
Summoner. It's from a magic card.
Yeah.
All right, let's listen to what do you think? Like a minute of this? What
Yeah, if you want to listen to a minute, I'd skip about a minute because it's kind of a long intro. That'd be a good spot.
right here.
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, so this is Plague of the
Ophiomancer.
Yeah, I'm curious to see
Plague
where
of
this
the
is gonna
Ophiomancer.
be at in the song, but yeah, let's find out.
Uh-oh. Do we have
Oh.
any? It helps when I fucking check the audio
You idiot.
before we start a whole podcast. I don't know what's wrong, but we don't have the audio for the computer. Hold on. You guys bullshit while I figure out what's wrong.
All right, so what are you guys planning on doing on tour wise? Like, are you guys just hanging around the Ohio or tri-state area for touring when this comes out?
We'd like to do some more out of town shows next year.
Yeah.
After we get it out and everything, it'd be kind of cool to do maybe like a Weekend Warrior thing, kind of hit up like a little Midwestern thing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we've already gotten out there playing like Lexington, Louisville, played over in Illinois, Columbus, Dayton. It'd be fun to hit up. What's up?
Oh, I was just gonna say like we're like we've been a band for a while, but we're like still kind of in the baby stages, you know. Like this is our first release that's good.
Legit.
Yeah. In my opinion, but.
So you guys are really fucking stoked right now.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
I'm always like looking back at the mixes, and I'm like, oh, it's gonna sound like garbage today. I'm like, oh, it actually sounds good.
Do you do the car test too? You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Car test is how you know it's.
Yeah, as soon as we got him back from Luke, I picked up Andrew and we drove around, listened to it, and we're like, oh fuck,
Hell yeah.
I figured out what was wrong with it.
nice.
It's really the cell phone test though. If it sounds good on the phone,
Like
that's
when
how
you're
you-
showing people, hey, like
Yeah.
check this out.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds good, huh? You like that? Is that slap? All right, play it.
All right, guys. Sorry for our shitty equipment. This is Plague of the Ophiomancer. Dude, that was fucking tight.
Dude, that slaps.
No, thank
The
you.
That's good.
vocals and drums, bro. You guys are killing it.
Are the drums live recorded?
Yeah.
Oh, that's tough to do.
Another shout out to Jim Grow, Mobius Studios. Like, he's a total drummer. He's got like a sick little like home lab, you know, and really killed it on the drums. Like, actually, like I played his kit for that. Like, I brought all my gear, and he's like, "No, we're not doing this." Yeah. Oh, I'm the worst about that kind of stuff, and but he just has like that really good brain or that experience when it comes to percussion and extreme music, because he's played in like a lot of punk bands and stuff like that. So like truly shout out to him. I would use him again, especially for drums, like or for drums and like tracking, like rhythm tracks basically.
Is he just the one like tracking it and fucking? Is he producing the whole record for you guys, or do you do that yourself, or does he record it?
He recorded and got us some mixes, and we went with Luke Sackenheim to mix and master it. And he did like Luce's Absentia. He's working on Valdrin stuff. Like
He really brought it home,
Yeah.
you know. Because Jim did a great job as much as he could, but like more of like an engineer, I think. But like once we sent it to Luke, he like really brought it into, you know, with the mixing and mastering post production, really brought it where it needed to be to where we were happy. So
Are you two both doing vocals on this one?
Yeah.
Like the EP and everything like that? What's the difference in the vocal style? Who was that we just heard? 'Cause
That was me.
Okay, and then you're
He'll-
more the high pitch one.
Yeah, he comes in like maybe 30 seconds after that.
I think Zach's more like the main vocalist, where I'm more of like the like weird guy, like a little more dynamic stuff, you know.
Well, you're doing drums. I feel like doing drum. I mean, I feel like it's hard enough playing guitar and doing vocals, and paying attention to the microphone and keeping where you're at, make sure you sound good while you're playing these technical notes. But playing drums and doing vocals, I feel like that's a whole other fucking ball game, right?
Corey's
there.
like the Phil Collins of black metal, just over there with the
Exactly,
fucking thing, with his shirt off, with his nipples tattooed, just fucking.
No, you know, it's not weird for me because I've always done that because I'm totally narcissistic, but I've just had natural good at drums, whatever. But like Zach holds it down. Like he's the lead vocalist, and I'm just like the weird, coming in here with the high or that gutter roll,
Tattooed
It's
nipples.
Yeah, you're right. I try to get the tattooed nipples into the pain I felt then is what I want to.
How
put out
many
there.
songs do you get before you take the shirt off?
Like maybe 2
I've-
at most.
half a song,
Yeah.
maybe.
I've never seen a NITHING set that didn't involve Kory shirtless
Yeah.
at some point during the set.
But yeah, now Corey's vocals really give it the variation to make it pop. So, it's like, hey, you just do that all day, but then when he comes in with like a different vocal style, I feel like that really kind of grabs people's attention because it changes it up a bit,
Right.
Right. I think we have like a good
Sort of-
dynamic.
Sort of like the Black Metal's Beatles sort of aesthetic to it,
Is that what you guys are going to start calling yourself? We're the Beatles of black metal. And you fucking
official going worldwide right now.
rip a fake baby's head off and just start playing right away.
Yeah.
So how's that work for you guys to write music? Like, how do you guys normally write music? Do you do it everyone's together playing it live, or is like someone coming with like here's my riff that I wrote this weekend?
It's usually me and Andrew working together on riffs, and we'll try to put something together. We'll show him and James what we have, and they'll suggest like maybe we can do this for like a bridge, or we can do this to kind of put these two together and kind of give us feedback on what we've been doing. Then we'll kind of work out the finer points of it.
Yeah, that makes
And
sense.
James is the fucking
Bass
the
player.
bassist that's like he's some classically trained fucking like he used to
He's-
play jazz
Yeah,
fusion.
he's like a jazz bass player.
His music theory and shit like that.
Yeah.
And he
I
wasn't
don't
even-
know. I wish I could get more of that in the band, honestly.
Well,
That's
jazz
what-
people love metal.
That's what Andrew and I have been bullying him forever. Like, you
James
have
is
to
on
join us in
easy
songwriting,
street.
and he's just like, no, I'm just gonna like just lay down the rhythm and just take it easy. He's like, no, dude, come on, jump in here and do something with us.
Do you feel like it become a completely different band after that? It turned into like what happened to Oliver. Are you guys familiar with them? They started as a black metal band and now they're playing like fucking it's like electronic fucking goth music.
Well, hopefully.
Yeah. I mean, that'll sell more records, right?
Are you looking for any type of musical progression like not like that specifically? Or are you trying to stay within like this sort of genre, just like make it better?
I feel like that's a tough question.
I don't think it's really anything we've been conscious of. We just kind of write stuff that we like, and we put it together, and if we like it, we like it, and if we don't like it, we'll just scrap it or kind of rework it. And if we write something we like and it ends up being something, then that's what it is. Like, on this album we have coming out, we have one song that's really, really punky, and it doesn't really sound like defacing. But we just really like it. It doesn't really sound like the other stuff we have, but just something we like, so we went with it.
I like the mixture of punk and black metal, like the fucking Fuck Off and Die that Dark Throne put
yeah.
out and all that shit. And then they started releasing albums that are like, yeah, I mean, we're black metal, but we're also a punk band now. And then they fucking come up with stuff like that. And I was like, this is way better than the other Dark Throne shit that was coming out.
Do you even know of many bands that are still like that stay the same sound usually all the time though? I mean, there's a lot that I'm sure they're out there, but when I think of them, I mean, I feel like it's no, I'm saying like I feel like the older you get, like
Yeah.
your music
AC/DC.
changes change. You know?
AC/DC.
I mean,
Yeah,
Slayer
that's
started sounding like when they came out, they were basically just copying fucking like Hellhammer shit, and then
Yeah.
they were like, "We want to be our own thing." And then Raining Blood came out, and they sounded the same all the way up until they quit making music.
Yeah, and I mean, I think
think they did.
Cannibal Corpse really found their niche and kind of rode with it. But I've also thought with like bands that get successful, it's you start out, you're like in your 20s and you're just like pissed off and poor, no one knows who you are, so you write these angry fast songs. Then like I think the prime example is Metallica. Like, how could they write the same music now that they wrote when they're 20? They're like millionaire middle-aged men.
Now James Hetfield's doing like beekeeping and going on the
Yeah.
Joe Rogan podcast, and he's like, "What am
Yeah,
I to be angry about?"
Yeah,
now?
exactly. Yeah, it's like you can't write that same music, and I think it's kind of unfair to expect them to. But I think they need to recognize that and just realize like we can't write the same songs we did when we were like 23.
Didn't?
I have to bring up the elephant in the room, which is the new Tool album.
Oh yeah.
Dude, I didn't even listen to it. What's up with that?
I've been seeing a lot of controversy on it.
Why? It's like pretty medium, like moderate. It's like they're not doing anything new, but it's like a satisfying album.
Well, it's
I-
because people go into these like albums that haven't come out in a long time, like with really high expectations. I'm sure you could feel that same vibe with like a movie. You're like, man, I'm really fucking excited for that movie, and then you see it like, it was alright.
Yeah, I mean, I felt like it was like a decent follow-up to 10,000 Days. It was kind of that. It had that same vibe to it, and that's not very surprising, I guess.
That's all I'm
listening
really
to
looking
that.
for in a Tool album, though. Like, I don't care that much about like everybody that was riding Tool's nuts so hard. I never really got it. I kind of liked some of the more catchy songs by them, and I never really gave
That's how I
a fuck
felt.
about exploring too much into Tool's discography,
Right.
and it was fine.
I was surprised Maynard could still like nail it on vocals though. Like They were not bad on that record.
How old are they now? They're like in their 60s or some shit, right? Am I wrong? I'm probably
They gotta
way
be
off.
close. They gotta be close. No, I think
nuts.
they're probably like in their late 40s, maybe early 50s, because they started out like early 90s.
I wonder what kind of like physical toll that takes to go on tour at that age.
Well, I'm pretty sure Maynard got a hip replacement from slamming his foot on the stage again and again and again for so many years.
Didn't he get in a bunch of trouble for like? Didn't they get called out in that Me Too movement shit for like fucking trying to rape somebody or something?
Oh my god!
Look that up. I've never heard of that.
Yeah,
What are
me
you
talking
talking
about?
about?
Me neither.
Oh yeah, no. There was like one story about Maynard with something like that, and then you just never heard about it again. It was really weird, but
It
yeah,
disappeared. I swear to God, I heard
Yeah.
about this shit and it was just
Yeah.
like gone.
Because he's
Oh, yeah,
Okay,
there.
so there is sexual
because he
assault.
fucking killed her. That's why. That's why
Paid
you
her
don't
off.
hear
he,
it anymore.
He
yeah.
Jeffrey Epsteined her.
Bill Cosby her, just paid her a fuckload of money. She'll pop back up in 30 years.
James Maynard
Responded
Keenan has
to a-
responded to allegations of sexual assault made against him by an anonymous Twitter user.
I don't know, despicable in there just makes that's like the guilt right there. if you're gonna like
This
attack the victim,
despicable.
I mean, I don't think it actually happened because those dudes are like too much of nerds to like even get close to a girl. I feel like, or like have.
But they're
any social
Tool.
status. I mean, the name of the band is Tool, so what do you expect from that?
I mean, he
Tap
got.
out and
It says that he got called out, but series of tweets detailed Nine Inch Nails concert.
where's the meat of the
Invited her
story?
backstage and then led her to the band's tour bus. I went to see A Perfect Circle and Nine Inch Nails in the year 2000 with my high school boyfriend. We were looking forward to this all year. Both of us were really huge fans, she wrote. Maynard noticed me in the crowd, she continued, which prompted the frontman to throw her a bottle of water. Later, during APC's set, A Perfect Circle set, a woman presumably from the band's entourage came into the crowd and personally invited... What the fuck is this?
I was 17. He was 36.
That was her Twitter handle.
Oh, backstage. Do you want to meet the band? Asked the woman. The invite was noticeably not extended to the accuser's boyfriend. They talked, and he autographed her hand when she attempted to leave to catch Nine Inch Nails set, though. She said Keenan proposed they continue their conversation elsewhere. He asked me how old I was. I said I'm 17. Then he said, I can't talk to you here. Let's go watch a movie, and then pulled me away from everyone and onto a tour bus.
That's slimy.
Claimed Maynard led her to a bed on the tour bus. Put on Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. That's a good rapey movie, I guess.
Right.
And
You
within,
like drugs?
Yeah.
17-year-old?
She got a water bottle. He took her. She's 17. Took her backstage. She's like that girl in the fucking in Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas that the lawyer
He had
fucking
it planned
kidnaps.
out. He had it planned out.
Yeah, exactly. He already has it like
Jesus.
scene selected to that scene or whatever where she's
Oh,
sitting
you
there.
guys- you
with
guys-
all
That's my
her
favorite
Barbara
part. Check this
Streisand
out.
paintings and stuff
He's
like
just
that.
he just turned on his like rape playlist real quick.
Yeah, he goes to Spotify. It's rape playlist and just goes on the background.
I don't mind the name of that.
What was it? Just a bunch of R. Kelly?
Yeah, pretty much. Trapped in a closet.
It says within minutes began undressing her and himself. All I could do was sit there looking at the movie, unable to move. She wrote, Maynard still moving quickly, then allegedly raped her. This was about raping me as fast as he could. There was no consent made, emphasized the girl. He did not seduce me, force me, quickly taking advantage of my paralyzed state. She said that it took me years to process his actions. She finally felt comfortable. Okay, well, that's fucked up. So that was him getting
Fucked up,
accused
yeah.
of that. But
It said there, you missed it, that she's saying he gave her HPV.
Oh,
what? For real?
Yeah.
No way.
We need science.
Wait.
Can you imagine taking your girlfriend out to go see fucking Nine Inch Nails and Perfect Circle and Tool, and then Maynard Keegan steals your girlfriend and then rapes her and then gives her the STD? Like, I'd be like, well, I'm going to follow them around for forever and set the tour bus on fire. I would for sure do something psychotic. Like, if I was in high school, like, especially if I was in high school, I'd fucking figure out a way to kill Maynard.
Might take time for that to permeate, though. Which
Yeah.
is what's good about things like the Me Too movement is like a healthy
Yeah,
to deal with stuff. You know, a healthy outlet for that.
sure.
But you know who's not going to rape anyone is Trent Reznor because he's sexless. He's actually a robot, maybe an alien.
I don't know anything about Trent Reznor other than
I
I
don't
don't like
either,
Nine Inch
actually.
Nails. I don't know. Their music bothers
Really?
me.
You don't like
Really?
Nine Inch Nails?
I've only heard
Oh,
a couple
yeah.
of songs, and I feel like it's so strange. And I'm like, they have a whole band here? It's not all electronic?
No, it's
It
just
might as well
him.
be blues rock at this point.
Like other than the drums, I think in the studio he just does everything.
Yeah.
You get a live band tour, but
That's what Landon Tours from Plot
Yeah.
U does.
I dated a girl that was really into Nine Inch Nails, and she left a bad taste in my mouth, and so does that band now.
okay,
Because
that
you think
makes
about
that
her?
makes more sense. Yeah. It's like it's like when you're
She
young.
raped me with 9 Inch Nails.
You know, it's
I
like-
feel comfortable saying it now.
It's like
I'm
when
gonna-
you're
Me
when
too.
you're
Here
really
on the
young and
Bastard
you get wasted on some alcohol, then you just can't drink it again for years.
Yeah, we were talking about this a couple weeks ago or whatever. It's like when I was a kid, I used to think that like Jim Beam and Jack Daniels was good whiskey. Like I used to think that was like quality whiskey.
Dude, when I was 19,
yeah, I know. Corey's reaction is correct.
Dude,
That's how you're supposed to respond.
When I was 19, I drank a whole fifth of Jim Beam. Fucked me up. I couldn't drink whiskey until about 2 years ago.
I love whiskey, but it's got to be like a Woodford Reserve or a Four Roses.
Yeah, I still
or
don't
something.
fuck with bourbon.
Eagle Rare.
I can't.
Yeah.
Where do I
Buffalo
get it?
Trace, something delicious, but not fucking Jack Daniels. That shit that you can polish your shoes with. You dump it on your boots and scrub your boots with it, and that's what Jim Beam and Jack Daniels is good for. Other than that, fuck that. But
Yeah.
I don't. Milwaukee's Best Ice. We were talking about that before the shit started. Like that's
What'd you guys call
That's
it
my
again?
garbage
drink.
beer.
The Beast.
That's my
The
drink.
Beast. You
dude.
drink Beast?
The Beast.
Oh, I
Ice
mean,
all
he
day,
knows
baby.
about
Oh, so
it.
that's a whole
Dude,
thing.
he introduced me to this amazing drink called the Cincinnati Slammer. If you
Oh
want to
wait, is
detail that.
Are you talking about Sidewalk Slam, where you take the fucking
Same
you take
thing.
a
There's
Colt
multiple
45 and orange juice or whatever? Or no, Four
Oh,
Loco. It's a four.
There's multiple variations. Yeah. You know, okay, so you get yourself a plastic 40 of Milwaukee's Beast and a Four Loco, whatever flavor you like. You drink half of both. You pour them together, and then the next morning you're sleeping under the overpass. You're homeless.
He's right. Yeah,
We-
you've been homeless about 10 years at that
we-
point.
Right, you couldn't figure it out though until that one day you're sober. You know.
You look down,
we
there's
ne- we
track
never-
marks on your arm.
Well, we never fell asleep under the overpass. We just went there to drink.
Right. Hopefully.
I'll tell you about my only experience drinking Sidewalk Slammers. I was hanging out with this dude Victor. He's dead now. This will be how
I know
we set this.
Victor.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
fucking-
you know Victor. Okay. Well, Victor. Rest in peace, Victor. I guess.
He sidewalk slammed and fell asleep on the underpass.
No, we were on our way to a Rancid concert. I was probably 18 or 19, and I've never seen Rancid before. Still haven't seen him. I'll get to that. We were on our way to Bogart's to go see fucking Rancid play, and we had been drinking all day together and shit like that. And he had a choking victim tattoo on his arm, and I have one on my leg. And I was like, we have the same fucking tattoo. And then fucking me and him like were talking, and I ended up riding up with him and his girlfriend, and Sean and the other people left. And then he's doing reckless shit in the car. He's like, pull over in the middle of this crowded ass fucking thing. He gets out, just starts pissing in front of college kids on the side of the street, shakes his dick in front of him, makes a face at him, and jumps back in the car, and we're listening to the Germs the whole way down there. He's like, fucking stop at the gas station. We got to get some Sidewalk Slams. And I was like, what the fuck's a Sidewalk Slam? He's like, oh, I'm about to treat you to one. And so he bought 2 Peach Four Locos. He said that it had to be Peach Four Loco. And 2, it was either Colt 45 or Magnum or something. Like something that you guys are drinking, basically. And like what you said, we chugged half, we poured the Four Loco in there, and then he was like, chug them, just keep chugging until fucking, and then I just blacked out. And I woke up to me like throwing up over the side of the outside part of Bogart's just over and over again. And I was like, and I look over, and everybody's like, look at him, he's fucking throwing up everywhere. I look down, there's like a giant puddle of puke, just like more than I could even imagine keeping in my body. And then I was like, fuck yeah. And they're like, the puking guy, just give me the fucking horns. Yeah, fuck yeah, puking guy. And then I blacked out again, and I'm outside of Bogart's, like sleeping, waiting for my girlfriend at the time to pick me up. Yeah, so fuck Sidewalk Slam.
Right.
Sounds
No
like a really
offense.
good night.
It was great.
No, we laugh, but it's not funny. I mean, it's kind of funny, but
That's why you got to think of any like bad shit that happens to you, though. It's like it's funny in hindsight.
Yeah.
but,
On
I
a
mean-
related note, are you gonna go see Leftover Crack in November?
I'd love to see him. I've got a lot of shit coming up recently. We got a kid on the way now, and all that
Right.
shit. So, and I got a job. So hopefully, I haven't been able to make it out and go see anything recently. Like, I went and saw Dave Attell perform live, and and I had to schedule like 2 months in advance to fucking get that shit off because I work on the weekends and whatnot. But yeah, I saw they're coming,
Feel
but
that.
it's not really Leftover Crack anymore. It's just Stizza, right? So
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
I'd still
Is he the
spend
singer?
like $50 to hear
Yeah.
500 channels. live.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. I'd love to go up there and fucking see him play something off Fuck World Trade, but
yeah, it's gonna be at Top Cats too. It's kind of a intimate bar.
where's
What's
it gonna
going
be
on
at?
with Top Cats right now? Do you guys
I don't know. I haven't.
Nothing good.
Yeah, I've seen some stuff, but I don't know what the deal with it is.
Is Kevorkian managing it?
Oh, I really hope
Oh,
not.
that might
That's
be
what
why
I.
it's going down the
That's what
shitter.
I've been hearing. I don't know if that's true or not.
That's not. I haven't
just
heard
with
that,
anything
but I
in, like,
really
promote-
hope not.
Sorry. Just like anything in promoting, it's like multiple people, like working together. So it's not like one person,
Yeah.
I literally saw that dude the other day, though, at Barcade Legacy in Northside.
He comes
Oh, he
around.
goes there.
Yeah, he was trying to butter me up,
What was
I'm
he
like,
saying? Give
and
us
then
the
he
deets.
spit in his mouth mid-sentence.
Fuck you, bitch.
You know what? I'm not that strong of a person. I fold pretty easily, but my buddy Graham, who I play with and stuff, he was like giving him a whole lot of shit, and we were influenced by some things going on that aren't alcohol. So it was all the emotions were pouring out, and he just like was like, whatever, like, yeah. The truth hurts, but I'm gonna walk away from it.
Isn't he like real aggressive though? I heard that he
Yeah.
gets like wanting to fight
be.
people and shit like that.
Snake is never aggressive, right? The snake, like deception is never that aggressive because you're just gonna push people away.
Yeah.
It's just crazy after all that controversy that he's still. I never really had that much of an experience with the guy, to be honest. But I know all the shit that's about him, and it's just crazy that he still tries to go and promote shit. When
I think
It's
I just don't understand why you're still going, bro.
I think it's just
weird.
young bands coming up and they don't
He's
know any
taking
better.
advantage of him.
I think that's very true. Yeah.
Wasn't he doing that dating shit? He was doing
Like Odd Bodies.
Odd Bodies, yeah.
Odd
that-
Bodies.
But then that page came up on Facebook.
OTEP called him out,
Yep.
right? Was that who it was?
Yeah, because I think
remember that.
I think
The
it was
bank
with
ran
them.
out of
Bank-
money.
Yep.
Everybody fucking hates that guy, right? Or is it everybody gets nervous? Bands get nervous talking about him, but like, the guy sucks, right? Like, I don't
According
know,
to everybody else, he does.
is he connected to anything that's
No,
gonna
like-
help you out in any way?
No, like I don't know about bands being nervous about him. Like fuck that dude.
yeah.
No, I think it's just
fuck his
everybody hates
business
him.
practice, yeah.
I think,
He's got a
'cause-
good scheme though. You know, money talks, bullshit walks. Like he has enough capital to keep his scheme going. You know.
But I thought his whole thing was he doesn't pay artists, and that's what people get pissed at him.
yeah.
Well,
if-
exactly. He keeps it
He's
for
got
himself.
the money. Yeah, I was
He's
gonna
keeping.
say.
He's just keeping it.
So you're
I think-
you're 18. You know, you got your punk metal band, whatever, extreme music.
He books you and he gives you 25 tickets to sell.
This could be the biggest show you'll ever play.
He hounds you about taking him.
He hounds you about him. He books like 9 other bands, same deal. You sell the tickets, then you get maybe like 10% off the tickets or some shit like that.
Yeah, you don't make much of a guarantee. From what
Split
I've
up
heard.
5 ways, 6 ways with
I mean,
all your
it-
fucking.
He'll
Yeah.
skimp out on the national acts.
I mean,
too.
hell, there's one show when I was in high school living in Michigan. I played a show over by Chicago, and halfway through the show, the promoter like it just took off with all the money in the middle of the show.
Jesus
Fuck
Christ.
Fuck
all
all
over.
that, dude. I've
Did
had
you ever
I've
do
had,
a
a,
sh-
I've had to drive like 5-6 hours to places, and like the show gets completely canceled. So
Because
that-
of him?
Not because of him, but just
Oh.
because of shit like that. Just
Yeah,
shitty
just
promoters.
shitty promoters. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, and that's why, like, at least shout out to Will and Transplant Productions, like the best promoter I've ever worked with in music. Like,
We're
He's the
working with
man.
him right now.
he's the man.
Yeah.
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 Like he's super upfront. He's never ripped off anybody. Like
He's just a really good dude.
He
I
is,
like
yeah.
Will
Yeah,
a lot.
he is.
He's a good dude.
he is.
He does business to the letter. You know, when it comes to. Like,
We're working with
promotion
him right
and-
now.
We can't really talk
Kiss
about
him on the
what-
mouth. What?
Spill the beans. Come on.
Well, we'll talk to
Nah,
you guys
we'll
about
talk to
it
you about it later.
afterwards.
We'll
We
talk to
have
you about
something
later.
to talk to you about it.
Let's just
we
say
can't
we got
reveal
something
anything
cooking.
just
Let's
yet.
just say we got something cooking.
There's
We
something-
sound like a local band saying
Is it
this now.
sizzling?
We got
Is-
some big things coming now. Big things.
But yeah.
big
Yeah,
things
it's sizzling.
coming.
We hear great things about Will, and we've had him
Yeah.
on before, and he seems like a real up and up type of dude. So we'd like to work with him on a project. Fuck
Yeah.
working for Kevorkian. Everybody's I don't know. Everybody
Yeah.
fucking hates that fucking guy. I don't see how's he still doing shit.
Have you seen? He's got a group. Okay, so people who don't know this guy, he's got like a group page against him in Cincinnati. It's got like what 1,500 people in
Yeah,
it, and
and
they
I
just
think-
share everything about his life and
And
talk
I
shit.
think Dayton has one too.
Dayton has one too.
I think they do too. Yeah.
God, can you just? And then he's still like, I'll keep promoting. Like no one, it will work, dude.
What's crazy
you guys
is
have-
like, if he has this much hate and bands don't want to work with him that bad, like at least the ones who have been around, not the younger ones that you had said. Like, why are the venues at least still working with him? Just the
I
money?
think-
That's a
I
good
think-
question.
I think most venues aren't working with him anymore. 'Cause
Yeah.
I know it was Odd Bodies, but I think they made a public showing of not working with him anymore. I don't
Yeah,
know
they
if
made
they're
a
gonna-
big thing about it.
They
I don't
had
know-
to,
they-
basically.
yeah.
And
And
then
I think he was working at Mad Frog, but I don't know if
I
they're
think he's
working with
always
him
worked
anymore.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I can't think of
It might be Top Cats. They're getting a lot of shit
Yeah.
all of a sudden.
Yeah.
After Odd Bodies. No one's saying shit though, so I don't really know what's going on.
Yeah, like I said with the Top Cat thing, I've seen some different things with some sketchy stuff, but I didn't hear anything about Kevorkian working with them, but that'd be fucked
Right.
up.
That would be fucked up. What were we gonna say, Cody?
I don't remember exactly, but I did have a question. Are you guys playing any other shows upcoming, like other than the December 14th EP drop?
Well, not technically a show, but we are doing the Super Satan Show Thanksgiving extravaganza.
We love that.
that
dude.
dude's awesome. He came
Yeah.
on the podcast, Jason Staley. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
a bad motherfucker. Check out the Super Satan show for the listeners that aren't aware of that. What's wrong?
It's just saying to keep it from updating before it does it
Oh, we start
itself.
tonight. Do that tonight.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right there.
All right.
All right, we're good.
Technology.
It
yeah,
wasn't
no.
gonna, Luke. Don't worry. You have to click restart now for it to restart now.
I didn't
no,
know
I
if they had
think-
a countdown.
Jason's doing a real service for bands in the music scene, just doing what he does, just to go out and interview bands and have them like perform a couple songs, just to like put out there for a ton of people to hear. Like, he's
got a
great
general
dude.
passion for
He
the
does.
whole fucking community.
He does.
Absolutely,
Everyone.
He does.
absolutely. He's like an old head, you know, in the Cincy scene. It's just because he loves it. Like he gets no monetary gain out of this. Like
No, he just loves doing it.
it's
Yeah.
fun and in a totally interesting and cool way. Like
Yeah.
It's just crazy how much he grinds at it, man.
Yeah.
Just for
I
fun.
wouldn't do
and all this
that.
stuff.
I'd be sleeping, but he's like out there making moves.
Yeah.
Slapping posters around.
And I mean, not even just like doing his shows. Like he does them almost like every Thursday, but then like he'll go out to shows and like do like live streams of performances and stuff. And
I'm
Yeah,
kind
he's
of
talking about
jealous
going
though.
on
I'm
tour.
like, can I
Yeah.
be your son? Like, will you just take me with you? Like,
He's got a
And
grandson
he's like,
too.
He's a cool,
he does.
weird
He's a
old punk
grandfather.
dude, and he's like,
Yeah.
just a weirdo in the best ways. I don't mean that shitty at all. Like, I love hanging out with weirdos.
No,
It's
it
like
was,
he's got all these fucking insane stories when you're sitting there talking to him, and
No,
you
it
just
was,
look at his face, and you're like, I know you got stories, man.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at you. You got
no,
shit
it was
to tell me.
it was great. The first time we did the show, we had him come to our practice space. He comes up, he looks around, he's like, "Yeah, I was a band that practiced in this room like 20 years ago for like 10 months." We're like, "No fucking shit." He's
Yeah.
like, yeah, I used to
Damn.
practice in this room. We're like, "Damn."
That dude's got stories for days, like all kinds of crazy shit.
Local legend, you
And he's
know?
doing that puppet's cool as fuck. I didn't realize it was so big.
Oh
Yeah, that's what they all say, right?
Puppet's like 6 feet tall. Have you guys?
Well, I
have done,
think it's like 3 feet.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, what
But-
puppet were you
I love-
fucking
I
looking
love-
at?
I
No,
just
it's
love-
5 feet tall. What are you
It was a
talking about?
You said
gigantic puppet.
6.
That was big as fuck, dude.
I mean, I love the like the little Puma jacket it has. Like that's what really makes it.
Yeah.
fun.
Like
Right.
a
The
Russian
chains.
jacket.
Yeah.
Yeah, the chains kill it too.
He's cash money.
He put a pin of
Oh, yeah.
ours up on the jacket too.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So I want to ask you guys, completely segue.
All right.
All right, and I need an honest opinion, all right? It's the question of the week.
Would you rather put a stick of butter up your ass? or
No,
a frozen
is that-
hot
Hot
that-
dog.
Is a hot dog,
Oh my god.
why isn't that a sandwich? Would it be considered a sandwich, a hot dog?
Could you rephrase the question?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go
Would
take
you
a piss.
consider a hot dog a sandwich?
I would say no because the bun is only like one piece of bread. If you split it, so it's like two parts on top of each other, then
But
it's a sandwich.
Would you call a meatball sub a sandwich?
No, I'd
call it a
meatball
grinder.
Sub.
A grinder?
Yeah, grinder.
I just don't I don't know. I just thought about it this week, and I just can't understand why anybody would have just a hot dog its own thing. It's just a piece of meat. Like, what's the difference between a pulled pork sandwich and a hot dog? You know,
as
it's just
someone
not
who's
fun.
put in many years in the food industry, I would say no. They're all sandwiches or hot dogs. A couple pieces of bread, a little bit of meat, or whatever filling. It's all the same shit. I'm a big fan of Stephen King's The Dark Tower series. I can't remember what they call it off the top of my head, but there's a name in that series for basically a sandwich. It encompasses a hot dog, a gyro, and whatever like version of that.
The folded
Or you're a
bread and
hot
meat in the
dog.
middle sort of thing.
But why are we fighting about the difference between a hot dog and a sandwich?
Because
We're
I gotta
not.
know. Like, I think it's a sandwich.
They're all sandwiches.
Exactly. So I got
You
someone
know
on my
what
side.
I think the real food controversy here is? I'm not from here, so Cincinnati chili, it's bullshit. It's not
Sucks
chili.
dick. It's terrible.
not
not
related.
chili.
it's like a meat sauce.
Where are you from originally?
Yeah.
Michigan. Exactly. It's
You're
a meat
right.
sauce. And then, it's like Gold Star or Skyline. It's like this big feud. It's like, do you like cinnamon in your meat sauce or do you not like cinnamon in your meat sauce?
Well,
That's
you're,
it.
talking,
agree.
you're talking about the difference between Texas chili and Cincinnati chili.
But okay, my thing is, I agree. My mom's chili kills it. It's way better than either of them or anybody else's chili I've
Same.
ever had. But I still fucking like it. I'll
It's
still
meat
eat it.
sauce.
I mean, I do. I like Skyline, but I wouldn't
Yeah.
call it chili.
it's fast
Yeah, I
food.
wouldn't either, but I do like it.
Okay, so would you call a
Is it a
McDonald's
sandwich?
cheeseburger a real cheeseburger?
Absolutely.
It's more. Well, hold on. It's more of
Absolutely
a real
not.
cheeseburger than
And
Skyline chili
chili
is
is
real
chili,
fucking
yeah.
chili.
I disagree.
I would call a McDonald's burger a burger before I ever called a hot dog a sandwich.
Corey, where have you put your time in? You said you worked in the food service industry. You ever work fast food before?
Well,
I did.
only pizza. So it's like that's I would consider that fast food, but it's like kind of in between,
I mean, like Burger King, Wendy's, Taco Bell, fucking Mickey D's, shit like
No,
that.
I did
Never.
McDonald's.
Oh well, I hate you forever working there.
Hey,
I did work at UDF for 5 years, though.
You work.
That's a little bit different, but
You worked at UDF for 5 years? How did you stomach working at UDF for 5 years?
I was like 15.
Okay. That makes a lot more sense, I guess.
Do you ever get robbed?
Never, because I like worked in my like home neighborhood where that was never in heaven. I stole a lot of beer though.
How did you get away with stealing beer?
Oh, no, I'm sorry, I said that wrong. I didn't steal it.
Allegedly.
I would buy it sneaky and then put it out by the dumpster by my friends to get it. Actually, I have a fun story. I put like a 30 rack of beer for my friends, and they were gonna pick it up. I was gonna meet them later, so I got off work. I'm like calling them. They're not picking up. I'm pissed because like my party's done. I'm like 16. I'm like I need to party, right? They're not picking up. I'm so mad. I'm like angry. I'm like leaving angry voicemails. And like I find out the next day they got busted at the community pool in their suburb with my beer.
Oh shit!
And so they're all getting busted up by the cops. I mean, they didn't go to jail or anything, but like they're all getting busted up. I was so mad for basically what wasn't their fault. Kind of a learning experience, honestly. Like you can't really hold that against someone, but
How do you steal the beer sneakily? Like, what? You can't. I don't think
Take
you
the
get
hot
trouble
dog
for
out of the
this anymore.
sandwich bun.
How
and
old are you
put the
now?
beer-
so I'm the guy stocking the beer, right? So I just pull a tag off. Scan it real quick while I'm doing the cigarette, inventory or something like that.
Oh, you got a
So
whole,
it
whole
helps
process.
to steal stuff when you do inventory.
Well, no. No, I'm sorry. I was actually buying it illegally so that I wouldn't get caught. I was putting the money in the register, so the register was
But
fine.
you weren't of age to purchase.
Exactly.
Okay.
So basically, I was like in high school. I was the fucking man.
Right.
I brought all the beer and shit. It was a good time for me.
It sounds great.
Well, we were talking about fast food, and I want to bring it over to Codys Story because I want to make fun of how fucking ridiculous he is.
It's
what
not
was up
because
with
I'm
this?
fucking
What happened?
ridiculous,
You're fucking
dude.
ridiculous.
What happened
this
with
shit
the
on-
fucking fast food?
I put this shit on Facebook, and apparently it's on Reddit now because one of my friends was like, I'm putting this on Reddit. And then I get a message from somebody completely not connected to that friend, like, your post is on Reddit right now. And I probably look like the biggest fucking dickhead in America to
'Cause
these
you
fast
are.
food workers. And I'm fine with that. I'll be the biggest fucking dickhead in America. Fuck fast food. Fuck fast food workers. Like, you
Lean
walk
into it.
away, you cocksuckers.
Lean
You're gonna
into
fucking
it,
have all
man.
these
Lean into
goddamn-
it.
Okay, you're just getting some water, so you're nice and refreshed when you're talking shit to me. Yeah, So, I get it. It's fast food. It's garbage food for fucking garbage people like me with big goddamn beer guts that you just keep putting the fucking nonsense
Made by
into.
high schoolers who make mistakes literally every
Okay.
single fucking day.
You're right. You're not wrong. But I don't have any options when I get off work at midnight, and I've stared at all the. I work as a cook, and I've stared at all the food in my restaurant, eaten it all so many times. And I'm just like, none of this shit's appealing. I just want to eat something that isn't from this restaurant right now. I want anything else other than the shit that I've been making all day long. And I leave at midnight, and what's fucking open in Coleraine? It's Wendys.
White Castle.
It's fucking White Castles. No, White Castle's not even open in Coleraine. It's not even 24/7 anymore. It's Wendys until 1, McDonald's all night, and their shit is always like cash only, which I never have cash, and they only have the late night menu, and I just want breakfast from McDonald's because I'm tired of everything else. Or Taco Bell. And Taco Bell is my first pick every time because I know it's going to suck. I know it's going to give me diarrhea. I know that it's going to fuck, but they're like, I don't care. It's still Taco Bell. It's
But
goddamn
there's cheese sauce.
Did you hear like this last weekend they recalled like over 2 million pounds of beef because someone found metal shavings in it?
Fuck it. I'll still eat that beef. Send it to my house.
I went to Taco
Unacceptable
Bell on
level-
Sunday. I feel it, man.
I'll get a
Unacceptable
magnet.
level of metal shavings. Like you're always gonna have some metal shavings. But
Taco Bell beef. It's not that there
An
was
acceptable
metal
amount of
shavings.
metal shavings.
all beef. I mean, as far as I understand it, like
It's an FDA approved amount of metal shavings.
That should
Exactly.
be their new slogan. Taco
Well,
Bell. We
So
have
trust me, I
metal
get
shavings.
it. But I have no fucking choices. And I leave work and I'm fucking hungry. My girlfriend calls me. She's hungry. She wants some food. I'm going to McDonald's. The McDonald's on North Bend, if you guys are familiar, going into Cheviot. I stop there. All the lights are on. The menu's lit the fuck up with their big digital nice menu. And I park there for a good 10, 15 minutes waiting, screaming. Like, by the end, like, hell, is anybody there? Is anybody there? Is anyone there? No fucking answer, no nothing. I whip around to go leave. These motherfuckers are on their phone inside chilling, doing fucking who knows what, jerking off into the fucking ice cream machine and whatever else. And I was just furious at this point. I was
Revving
I
up
was like-
outside.
I was like, what the fuck? And I'm like, hey. And they're like, I'm like, what are you guys fucking doing here? So I was like, all right, fuck these worthless motherfuckers. I'll go to the McDonald's by my house because I thought it was my only option. I was sick of Taco Bell at this point. It's like, okay, well, fuck it. There's another McDonald's down the street. Don't get too upset. Don't get fucking like violent with these people. It's just fast food people.
You're on my zone.
And then I go whipping down the neighborhood at way too fast, double the speed limit, recklessly driving. I probably hit a kid in a crosswalk.
You
Yeah.
shouldn't have been out that late anyway.
Well, I'm trying to get food. I don't want to make anything
And
at the
beer.
house. I don't want to make myself food at
hot
my
dog
house.
sandwich.
I just want
Fair
pre-made fucking shitty food. My big stupid fat fucking face. That's
I
all I
love
want.
I love that shit.
And I go to the McDonald's, and as I'm going up to McDonald's, I see Wendys, and it says open late, and there's 2 cars in the drive-thru. At this point, it's 12:25, 12:30, and I was like, like it was just like it was
Angelic.
like, yeah, it was amazing. I pull into the driveway or into the thing, and I was like, Allie, I'm on the phone with her. I was like, Allie, Wendys is open. Fucking Wendys. I can have something different. I was like, what do
Spicy
you want from
nuggets.
Wendys? She tells me what she wants. I know I want a Baconator. It's the only thing worth eating on that whole fucking dog shit menu. That big pile of bacon and fucking meat and cheese, and put it in my big fat greasy face, and like, I'll be just as greasy as that burger at the end and before I eat the burger. And I'm fucking waiting in line. And I'm waiting in line.
Remember at the beginning
Still
of the
waiting
show,
in
he was
line.
complaining about his gut. Anyways,
Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah, it's my fault. It's my fault as I drink a beer. No, so, and I haven't eaten all day, and I'm fucking hungry. And I've stared at food all day that I don't want to eat, and I'm just like, God damn, I'm starving. And there's
Angry.
only 2 other cars in line. And the first car, I guess, orders the whole menu because he's there for like 15 minutes. The next car, same story, 15 fucking minutes. Finally, it's my turn. By this time, I know what I want. I've memorized the whole menu. I've been staring at it for fucking forever.
So it's 1 o'clock now.
It's like, I want a Baconator, I want some Baconator fries, and I want a fucking home-style chicken sandwich. None of the toppings, add cheese. Pretty simple fucking order. Can't fuck that up, right? Or so I thought. And then I wait in line. The other 2 cars pay. They quickly get their food, and then they leave. And then it's my turn. There's 1 car behind me. It's a minivan. It's still like, this is important. It's still over there in the fucking right by the menu ordering its food as I'm like getting my food. I get my food, exchange cash for food, and it's not high school workers working, Luke. It's a bunch of goddamn meth addicts and fucking right out of prison felons. Unless the average high school worker of 2019 has face tattoos and grills,
Yes.
then it's not high schoolers and Wendy's at 12:30 at night
I
on
would
a
debate
weekday.
you there, though. I mean,
isn't.
in today's world.
yeah.
You think that they have a grill and face tattoos in high
Yes.
school?
Yes.
It might
I
depend
don't know
on
what
the
high school y'all went to, but it's a little different from
Yes,
the
you
high
do.
school I went to. I know what high school you went to. I
Kids definitely do that shit all the time.
Yeah.
These are grown ass men. These
Cody,
are grown ass
I can-
men right
Fair,
out of
fair,
jail. I
fair
promise.
enough.
And
Cody,
women.
I can empathize with you because I had some bullshit story from like a week ago after I played a show that sounds very similar to what you're going at, but finish up with you.
I'm
what you
just
have.
I'm just overstating.
Yeah.
This isn't a high school worker, Luke. These are grown ass fucking people that knew better. And I exchange food, money. I get the food, they get the money. I'm happy. And then I check the bag because it's Wendy's at 12:30. I'm not gonna get fucked in my ass. By the time that I get there, it's not 12:30 anymore. It's fucking it's like 12:50 or like
You've been
1.
waiting for a half an hour.
It took me fucking forever. There's 2 cars in front of me, and I'm fine. It's Wendy's. They suck. I get it. And I opened the bag. There's 2 burgers, and I was stoked. And I almost left. And then I was like, nope, better not leave. Better not leave. Check the burgers. Because I was like, they probably fucked Allie's up because I said cheese. And I was like, even if they did, it's fine. But let's see. Open it up. Hers is perfect. It's immaculately made. She even wanted mayonnaise. And I didn't tell them mayonnaise because I thought they'd fuck it up. And they put mayonnaise on it anyway. So they fucked it up. But it was a happy fuck up. They did great. Then I go to open my Baconator, which is supposed to be 2 patties, cheese, bunch of bacon,
Listen how heated
mayo
this
and
guy
ketchup.
is.
It's the only thing I fucking order at this dog shit Wendy's restaurant. It's the only fucking thing I ever get. And these cocksuckers gave me a junior bacon cheeseburger. And it was the tiniest little burger, some lettuce, tomato. I don't want none of that fucking garden shit. Get that garden shit off my fucking disgusting fat slime burger. I want fat, slime, and gross on my burger. That's what I want. What's this fucking salad on my burger? And I open it up. This fucking burger's the size of a $50. It's like an overgrown $50. And fucking, it's got all kinds of other shit on there. And I was like, oh, well, they fucked this up. Well, it's Wendy's. It's cool. It's fine. It's Wendy's. I'm still not pissed. I'm like, it's fun. Let me just go back around. I go driving back around. It's 12:50 at this point. Okay, I've waited 20 minutes for my food. It's Wendy's, though. I'm not mad. I'm not mad yet. I come back around, and then I'm waiting behind this minivan. And I'm waiting. And it's 1 a.m., and Wendy's closes at 1 a.m. And I was like, I've fucked up order. hurry the fuck up. I want them to be able to get out of here because I'm still empathizing with them. I'm like, they fuck something up. It's fine. And then it's fucking 105, and then it's 110, then it's 115, and then finally they hand the motherfuckers a small Frosty and a tiny bag that's this big that I imagine just has fries in it, and they fucking leave. And I was like, that's what I just waited an extra, like, how fucking long? Like 25 fucking minutes? Like, what were you guys banging heroin back there? Like, what was happening? So still not even that mad. I'm like, it's Wendy's, they suck. It's
You
fine.
sure as
What
fuck
time-
sound mad.
What time is it at this point?
I'm mad now,
He's
Luke.
mad now. Let's
no, I
hear
get
why.
to the window.
Be
and
less
the fucking,
mad if they were banging heroin, honestly.
Yeah. Be like,
Okay.
okay. And I'd go in there and I'd steal a bag of fries and it'd be all worth it. But no, that's not what happened. So I roll up to the window and a dude's there and he's like, hey, man, we're closed. And I was like, I know, I was just here. And he was like, oh, yeah, you were just here. And I was like, yep. Anyways, you've given me the wrong food. May I have the right food? And I give him my receipt and my burger. And I was like, this is a junior bacon cheeseburger. I wanted a Baconator. A junior bacon cheeseburger is like $1.50. My Baconator is like $7. And I was like, and he was like, well, what's wrong with it? And I was like, it's not a Baconator. And then he was like, well, what do you mean? And I was like, I opened it up. I was like, it's got fucking lettuce and tomatoes on it, dude. One patty, and it's got one piece of bacon. Looks like it was left on the floor to fucking rot. And you guys were like, whoop, found a bacon for this Baconator and slapped it on there. And he's like, I'm not trying to be funny or nothing, but like, what's your idea of a Baconator? And I was like, the pics
on
of the
the
jail
menu?
and the cocksucking menu is my idea of a Baconator. I'm not even that mad. I was
Yeah,
like,
bullshit.
What
was
the
like-
fuck ever?
I
no,
would
I
be
started
freaking out.
getting furious at this. Not furious, but I'm starting to get hot. I was like, dude, it's on the menu. It's two burger patties, some cheese, a bunch of bacon, and it's got fucking more cheese and fucking ketchup and mayo.
ketchup.
Like, yeah, what do you mean? He's like, man, that's just how we make our Baconators here. And I was like, no, it isn't. It's on the menu. I'll drive around. I'll take a picture of the menu. I'll come back and I'll show you. It's on the menu. And he was like, all right, hold up. And they closed the window and walked away. And then this big, fat, fucking, looks like 8 people sewn together lady comes to the window. It looks like she just survives by drinking fire grease. The empty, like, when they empty the fryers out, she just takes it home and...
Wendy's goblin.
Liquefy
She was like,
Baconators.
She got to the window next, and she was like, well, what seems to be the problem here? And I was like, you guys made my food wrong. Can I just get the right food? She was like, can I see the other burger you guys got? And I was like, it's just me in the car. Okay, why do you want to see my
Why
other
is it
food?
so
She's like,
complicated?
well, let me see that receipt first. She was like, and she's looking it up and down and looking at me and looking it up and down and looking at me. And then it's probably 1:30 by this fucking point. It's been an hour. The first dudes argue with me. This bitch is looking at me like I'm trying to steal a fucking Baconator sandwich from Wendy's. And I was like, you charged me for a Baconator. You've given me the wrong food. She was like, can I see that other sandwich? And I was like, why? Why do you need to see my other sandwich? And she was like, let me just see that other sandwich. And I opened it up and I was like, it's the fucking homestyle chicken sandwich, lady. It's the homestyle chicken sandwich. You see that, right? Can you see it? And I put it back and I was like, now go make a Baconator. And she was like, what's your idea of a Baconator? And I was like, it's on the menu. Like, that's the point where
She
I'm
said the
furious.
same thing?
The same fucking thing. Like, they're trained to fuck
Are
up
they
and then
both-
just, like, keep fucking you. And she was like, what's your idea? And then at that point, I'm like, fuck them. I was like, it's 4 burger patties, 4 slices of cheese, 8 pieces of bacon, and fucking 2 buns. And she was like, you mean it's a quadruple burger? I was like, exactly. Yep, that's what it is. Because fuck them at this point. I was like, if I wasn't hungry, I would have taken all the food and chucked it in their faces and then fucking waited for them to come out and fought the entire Wendy's staff. Probably got the shit kicked out of me and shot based on the people that were working.
She's like, you're a fat piece of shit.
Yeah, so from now on, instead, I'm going to just go hungry because
Or order
fast
chicken.
food. 'Cause I made them make it. I made them make me a quadruple Baconator after it, and they gave it to me, and they were pissed. You could tell that they were pissed,
Probably
but I was
spitting
like,
it.
fuck them. I checked it for spit, and then I reheated
check
Would
it.
you eat it?
Yeah, I checked it for everything. I got new buns. I had buns at the home.
Took it
got
to
rid
the
of their
forensics
buns.
lab.
So scared they fucked with that.
Am I gonna
I
die?
checked every one of the burger patties.
Tested it.
I
To be
don't
fair
know.
though, Wendy's always fucks up everything. Like I want to enjoy Wendy's, I really do, and they just take fucking forever every single time.
It's
know-
fucking
you know
one
why?
thing to have them
Why?
fuck you, but it's
Because
another
they're
to
from
have
Columbus.
you argue.
What, the chain started in Columbus?
Yeah, fuck Columbus.
I
Fuck
We were
Columbus,
talking about
you're
that
right.
last
Fuck Columbus.
episode.
all 25 years of my life, I've never had a bad fast food experience.
Really?
Swear to God.
You're a fucking piece of shit.
You said you were
liar.
gonna clown me. Clown me for this experience.
Well,
Go
I didn't
ahead.
get all the details, but he was like, they just gave me the wrong burger, and then they gave me the right burger, and I was ready to bring out a bat and just like skull crush all of them.
To
and
be
it
fair, the
sounded
way you were
completely
going
ludicrous.
off, Cody, it seemed like you were going off just unnecessarily about your food, and
Yeah.
you're just attacking fast food workers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was, because fuck fast food workers. I hope they all die. I hope that they overdose on heroin and fall face first in the fryer.
But
They
if they-
melt their faces off, and then their children aren't able to eat, and they have to be put into an orphanage where they're then molested. That's what I hope for all
If-
fast food
if all
workers.
fast food
Fuck 'em
workers-
all.
Damn, okay.
If all
Fuck 'em
fast
all.
food workers were to die, you wouldn't be able to shove your fucking gullet full of all that greasy food you love.
Yeah, I would. I'd make it myself. I'd just suck it up, and I'm going to do it myself next time.
That's the moral of the story. They make your own shitty food at home, right?
Yeah.
Not that I do it, but
It's my fault for thinking that I could get fast, easy food. And I've met plenty
What were
of
you
fine
thinking,
fast food
Cody?
workers.
Fucking Wendy's at 1 a.m.
I don't know, guys.
That's
What's
a
your
good point.
shittiest fast food experiences?
Well, I was gonna say last weekend I played a show at Northside Yacht Club. Got done. I was hungry as fuck. It was probably probably 3 in the morning or 2 in the morning because
That's how they late their shows go.
yeah. Well, I mean, I went to Arcade Legacy to hang out with some people afterwards.
Yeah.
And I went to Taco Bell on Highland and what was that McMillan there.
That's ooh.
Only the best employees working at 3 in the morning at the Highland Taco
Right.
Bell.
So I go through and I'm waiting at the drive-through line, just waiting, and they're like, "Oh, and the guy's like, I just need to take a 10-minute cigarette break. Can you just wait 10 minutes and do my break?" And I was like, you know what? I'm kind of buzzed. I'm just hungry. I just want my food. Sure.
Oh my
So I-
You said sure to the worker.
Yeah. I was like, you know what? I was feeling empathetic. I'm like, sure.
Dude's getting paid. Okay.
I'm just like, yeah, take your cigarette break. You know what? I just want my fucking food. So I pull up.
But
and
in 10 minutes.
Yeah, so I wait 10 minutes, and then I pull around, and they're just like, "Oh, yeah, our system's down." And I was like, "Are you
Oh,
fucking
no.
kidding
Oh,
me?"
that dude was waiting 10 minutes so the systems would go down.
He was
Oh,
hoping
yeah.
you drive off so he didn't have to tell you that.
That's
sorry, we're
what I
closed
figured, yeah.
now.
That's
So
so,
then-
crazy.
oh, so then-
What the fuck?
So then I go to the McDonald's on MLK, and
I
it's
thought you were going to
busy
say,
as
then I
fuck.
got out and I shot them all to death. And then...
Oh,
and now I'm here.
no, but this is where it gets bizarre, because I'm in, the drive-thru, and it's, crowded. I went there first. It was crowded, so I said, fuck that, going to Taco Bell. That bullshit happens. Go back to the McDonald's. And I'm just in the drive-thru line. It's 3:30. I'm tired. I'm kind of drunk. I'm like, I want to go home, and I want to go to sleep. So I place my order, and I'm sitting there, waiting to, get into the queue to get up to the line. And I hear this noise, behind me. Two dudes walk up, just walk up in the drive-thru line, and one guy's trying to place the order, while the other guy's sitting there going, making engine noises.
That's
that's
awesome.
gangster.
Yeah,
They
for
were
real.
all in on this.
Oh yeah, all in. And they have a camera out there, and he's like, "No, you guys aren't in a car. I'm not taking your order." And they're just like, "Oh, come on, we're just," and they're just wasting. We're just trying to make an order here. And they're like, "No, you're not in a car. You're holding up my line. You can't be doing this." And like, "Well, what if we can get into the car in front of us?" Something like, "Oh fuck, that's my car."
Did they come and fucking knock it? Or hold on, were they still making engine noises? While they were
Well, at
Hold
that-
on, let him go.
At that point, they had stopped. But seriously, I'm just sitting there listening to the guy go as the other guy's trying to take the order in there. And they're like, "Well, if we can get into the car in front of us, can we place the order?" And she's like, "Yeah, sure, fuck, why not?"
And then they're like,
And I'm just like, "God damn it!" And this dude just walks up to my window, and I roll down. My window's already rolled down. He starts saying, I just stop. I'm like, "Do you got cash for me?" And he's like, "What?" I'm like, "Do you have cash?" And he's like, "No, dude, I don't have any cash." I'm like, "Fuck off, man."
Yeah.
He's like, "Do you have Venmo?" I'm like, "Fuck you. Give me cash or fuck off."
Yeah.
I got gear in
100%.
my car. I'm tired. I want my food. Just fuck off. Give me cash
Sketchy
or fuck
drunk
off.
people, 3 in the morning,
Dude,
hopping
that's
in
such
your
a
car.
sketchy situation.
Yeah, it is. I'm just like,
How uncomfortable.
and the dude's like, "Do you got Venmo?" I'm like, "No, fuck off." And he seemed more shocked and disappointed that I didn't have Venmo than the fact that I wasn't gonna let him in the car. He's like, "You don't have Venmo?" And I'm like,
you are able
"Fuck
to be
off,
bought,
dude."
though. You can be bought in that
It
situation.
sounds like.
What's your price?
You're kind of
What would
like
you have
Luke.
charged them?
You just would let someone take advantage of you on
$100.
the street.
Yeah, I wouldn't just let strangers in my car with gear in the car.
I don't know. I'd probably ask him how much they had and then figure it out from there.
You gotta upcharge him, like $100 per
Yeah.
seat.
Yeah, and let them negotiate it down. But no, I'm just like, "Do you got cash?" And I'm like, "No, I don't have cash." I'm like, "What the fuck do you come to drive through without cash, dude?"
One time I rolled through
He's
the
gonna
fucking...
Venmo them, duh.
Venmo you, bro. And
No,
that way
dude.
everybody can see what they wrote and
I don't
sent
give
you.
I don't give a fuck about Venmo. Give me cash.
Bro, one time
Cash
I rolled
money.
through the
Cash,
fucking the Burger King over there in Price Hill, Covedale area, over on you know what I'm talking about, on Glenway.
I know
And they
you're
got
talking
my
about.
chicken fries wrong, and I nearly killed them all.
I hope they all die of heroin.
I firebombed the restaurant after.
Okay, I might take it a little
I
bit
painted
further.
the targeted area.
So I'm rolling through, And these dope fiends are outside coming up with their crackhead fucking story about why they need change for the bus.
Got
And I
points?
was like, sorry, dude, can't help you out. And then I roll up, and I'm driving at this point. Like, I didn't have my car. I had this shitty beater truck. Like, I didn't look like I had any fucking money. Like, I looked like some crusty fucking metal kid with a shitty truck. And I was like trying to get some Burger King. It's the middle of the goddamn day. These two scratchy neck dope fiends are asking everybody in line for fucking money. And then he was like, you ain't got no money, how you gonna pay for your food? And I was like, excuse me? And he was like, I didn't stutter. And I was like, and then his wife's with him. She's like, yeah, how you gonna pay for your food? And I was just like, with my card. She was like, hey man, you think could I get a chicken sandwich on the card? And I was like, no, absolutely not. You can have a chicken sandwich on the card. You can go fuck right off right now. Like, I don't know. Like, I have some weird, bizarre thing happen to me every time I go to get fast food.
Well, stop going to go get fast food at like 4 in the morning.
This was the middle of the goddamn afternoon.
Okay.
Yeah, it's 3 p.m.
Okay.
You fucking start yelling at me before you get the facts of the story.
Well, I just know
drug
all
addiction-
of your terrible habits, and then I just hear you blaming people for your terrible habits.
Hey,
Open, they die of heroin.
I do, though. Fuck them all.
addiction finds similar circles, you know. be it, you know, Burger King or heroin.
Wendy's.
Yeah, those
Yeah,
scratchy neck dope fiends were just minutes away from their shift at Burger King.
Wait, yeah, just wait for when they dump the heroin onto your burger and you're overdosed on fentanyl. You don't even know what's
Yeah, you
happening.
got to taste your own medicine.
God damn.
Someone's medicine.
Oh, my God.
Have you ever like bought anything and been in a sketchy situation from Craigslist though? Oh, dude.
Craigslist.
Never trust Craigslist.
There's some fucking weirdos on Craigslist.
Sweet.
I
Never
bought
trust
an Xbox One S from this one couple, and it was over in Western Hills, and it was really sketchy, man. They were really, really ghetto. So when I went in there, I was strapped, luckily. But they said, "Oh yeah, we have the Xbox, but if you want the controller, you mind driving us up the street?" I was like, "Oh no!" But I was like,
buy my own fucking controller, see you guys.
For some reason, I said, "Yeah, come on."
Didn't you just talk shit about me the last story about not being a psychopath like Luke and letting strangers into my car? And that's exactly what the fuck you did in this next story.
I don't know what happened.
Fuck you, Patrick.
I don't know what happened.
Fuck you.
I don't know what happened. This is totally different, Luke.
What the fuck ever?
Because Pat had a gun.
Yeah,
Oh,
I was
that's why.
strapped, so
I was
it
capable
fine.
of killing everybody who came with
Wait,
me.
you walk around
Yeah.
strapped, Patrick?
Sometimes.
Since fucking when?
When buying
What do you-
Xbox One X's.
What do you
You got
got?
a gun right now? Let me pat you down.
An SV9.
No weapons on him right now.
Smith & Wesson. So, like, oh, here it is. Here it is.
pull it out.
And I start
Pulling out a
blasting.
fat ass revolver just to go pick up.
But no, I mean, I
then I
felt-
started
felt
blasting.
protected. Yeah.
Pulls an elephant gun right out of his pants.
Fucking blunderbuster.
Yeah, I can take you up there. Can you hold this for me? He hands him his gun.
Fucking
God damn.
It's got
Bruce
like
Campbell
that.
it. It's my boomstick.
It's got like the spread.
Yeah.
Keep
That
going,
spread.
Pat.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's just when I have to go in a sketchy situation where I have to buy something from off someone. What if someone tries to fucking rob me?
You don't buy shit from Craigslist. You go to the store.
You shouldn't
buy
have
it
that
normally,
fear.
where
Yeah,
you
I
don't
mean,
have to
that's-
worry about that fucking
You're
fear.
right. You're right. I shouldn't have to worry if I'm gonna die
Goddamn
getting something
fool.
off Craigslist
Well,
from some local guy.
You bring a friend with you.
That's what I should have done. But I did. It was
He
just
did
a,
bring
it
a
was
friend.
it was just my nine.
We
boy.
did, yeah.
You willingly walked into this situation. You went on Craigslist. You're like, this guy has a black name, so I'm going to say ghetto.
With a weapon.
Then you went
That's
there
what I
with-
was thinking,
Oh, they're
too. I
white.
was like, Pat,
They're
what do you
white.
mean
Yeah,
by
that's
ghetto?
exactly what happened.
was white
so
ghetto.
he went there with
doesn't
a
matter.
gun. Come
But
on,
no.
man.
But I mean, it turned out they were really nice.
Turns out
after.
Pat's just racist. Pat's just racist. He's scared of the blacks.
Let me
Anyone
just
take
tell
me
you
up the
that. Oh yeah,
street?
totally.
Whenever
No, I
a
think-
white person says ghetto, they mean black. Every single fucking time.
No, I think
Pat said they were white.
No, they were white.
They,
No, I
they
think
were white.
the sketchiest Craigslist situation I've ever been, like, me and my buddy sketched out the person we were buying something from.
Really?
Yeah, so,
happened?
so it was when I was in college. Went to buy like
You guys show up with Satan shirts on and fucking long hair and shit.
No, he needed to get like a dishwasher. So we went there to buy this dishwasher. He needed help, like, you know, loading his car and stuff. We got done, and my buddy's like, "Oh yeah, so in the spirit of Craigslist, you got like any Adderall drugs I could buy?" And the guy was like, "What?" Just really sketchy. He's like, "No." And it's like, I just figured I'd ask. And I was like, "That's fair enough, man."
Did you
Never
mean it,
hurts
though?
to ask.
I mean, it's like a 50-50 chance for him. Like
in
I'd say
college,
yes.
dude? You know how useful Adderall is in college?
True.
Yeah, you fool. Duh.
You just do cocaine like every other
You
college
ever try to write like a 15-page paper? Adderall makes that real fucking interesting, real fast.
Fuck no, I didn't go to college.
It's like a C plus though. It's like a decent idea, but it gets loose at the ends.
You're drinking Colt 45 with a college degree? Those two things do not mix together.
I'm an enigma. What can I say?
We're at about an hour. Can we take a break? Can I go?
Yeah, real
can we
quick
go
though.
smoke a cigarette real
Just
quick?
wanna
I
say,
gotta piss so bad.
I did some research. When it's served in the roll, it's
Oh,
also
God
a
damn it.
sandwich.
God damn it.
Fuck
The
that.
idea of that a hot dog is a sandwich is hearsay to some of you, but given the definition of a sandwich is 2 or more slices of bread or split row having a filling in between.
It's
Yes,
not 2 or one. It's not 2 or
yes.
more slices. It's one piece of bread because it's split. It's one
Dude,
piece
it's
of
a
bread
sandwich.
split in
Yeah,
half.
but when multiple animals are put into one object, isn't that multiple pieces
All right.
of meat?
That's called a
So
turducken.
why are we call what is the difference between a sub? Why does it get an entirely different
That's
name
what I'm
from
saying.
a sandwich?
It should be a sandwich.
Because
Nah.
it's on bread that's shaped
Should
like
be
a
a
sub.
sub.
A cheese coney is
That's
basically
why.
a sandwich then because it's
Subway
between
sandwich.
a split roll having a filling in between.
Yeah, I
That's what a
don't-
sandwich is.
Well, it's
I
like the
don't-
rectangle square thing,
I don't care what facts you bring up. I will die in this hell.
Yeah, I'm with
you really are against the why? It's just a hot dog.
Hot dog's a hot dog, bro.
Yeah, but you just you put some ketchup and mustard on it like a regular sandwich, and it's a
Some
fucking
chili.
sandwich.
Kentucky
All
hot
right.
browns.
All right, we're getting
Why-
into it
we'll
right
be
there,
back
but
after this
It's
break.
a fucking sandwich.
Go eat a
We
hot
can
dog.
agree to disagree. It's fine.
And we're back. Before Pat gets into a lovely story about anal, I have a quick word from our sponsor. Check out the amazing, the talented, the fucking incredible,
Handsome.
handsome, beautiful would be the right
Sexy.
word, extravagant Anthony Tank Mansfield. If you want to find out more about what he's doing, check out his website, KNEELTONOONE.com. He sells all these cool ass fucking glasses that we're drinking out of right now. He's got the Hop Thulu Kneel to No One glass that I'm drinking beer out of right now. He's got a bunch of t-shirts. We've got them hung up on the walls. I'm not wearing one right now. But yeah, enamel pens. He takes orders for custom artwork. I mean, book him to draw you something for your house. He'll do it on a wood panel or on a fucking canvas or whatever. I'm sure that he could get it to draw it on your fucking grandma's tit if you paid him enough. So yeah, go get some fucking art by this man. Go get a cool set of glassware, get an enamel pen, get a t-shirt. He's a great dude. He was on the last episode, the Grandpa's Basement edition.
Check
Sat
that out.
down and fucked around. Check that out too. We were just having a good old time fucking around with him. He's a great dude. Friend of the show. Go
sure.
buy his shit.
A true bro.
All right.
He's a bro dozer.
Yeah, check him out. Kneel to No One on all of his social
Raise your
media.
glasses for Kneel to No One.
Cheers to Kneel to No One. Everyone's
Cheers.
drinking except for Luke because he's a puss.
Bump my White Claw.
I don't even want to cheers you, Luke, with your fucking water and your cup. All right.
I gotta drive.
So do I.
All right, well, I'll be at home while you're in jail.
Oh, fuck. You got me. All right, Pat, you said right as you walked in the room, you want to hear a story about anal, and boy, howdy do I.
Well, so the reason I wasn't at last week's episode is because I had some unfortunate events that happened. I mean, I died, but besides that, one of my cats. That's just part one of the whole thing. One of my cats was going down the stairs, just a normal morning, whatever, and it looked like she had 2 assholes. 2 fucking assholes.
Been
and I was
there.
like, what the fuck's that?
You're like double butthole cat jewelry.
So we picked her up and lifted her up and checked it, and she had this giant dime-sized wound, gaping hole next to her asshole, and it was leaking a pus.
Did your dogs try to fuck the wrong hole?
So what happened?
You're like, thank God. I've been waiting for this all my life.
all my life. No. So what happened?
Turn it into a cat light?
Cat light. Look at the
A
fuck,
fur light?
bro. A fur sleeve, furry condom.
Nice cockbuster cat.
But basically, what happens is it doesn't usually happen to cats, but for dogs, they have anal glands, kind of similar to what a skunk has,
so they can spray?
Yeah, kind of like in a way of spraying. And what can happen is if I guess they're taking a rough poop or whatever, it can cause strain and clogs. And when it clogs these glands, they have nowhere to go but rupture. And when they rupture, they explode out of your ass, basically.
I think that's what's wrong with me. I think
That's hemorrhoids.
Oh, okay. All right. Sorry.
No,
keep
no,
going.
for real though. My prostate has been feeling very irritated. Might be too many chili dogs. Sorry, chili sandwiches.
That's what you should have said. That's it. It's a sandwich.
Fuck.
It's a fucking sandwich.
But anyway, so the cat's asshole exploded?
Basically exploded. And usually it's supposed to smell fucking awful. You're supposed to get them expelled every now and then with animals. Otherwise, it's incredibly painful for them, of course. So we panicked and we take her to the vet. And I'm thinking, oh my God, this is anal sac disease. This is anal sac disease, which is basically fucking fatal, you know? And I'm like, fuck, I have to put my fucking cat down. I don't want to fucking think about this. I can't afford $5,000 for surgery.
Was it Luna? The
Yeah,
cat
it
that
was
tried
a little
to fuck
one.
my face?
Yeah, it's the little one that likes to fuck you.
Okay,
Yeah.
keep going.
So we took her there, and yeah, that's basically what happened. But on Saturday morning, like, let me just say, okay, so I didn't know that steroids did weird shit to cats like that or fucking animals when after the surgery instead of like doing antibiotics, but it makes them like really loosey-goosey in the butthole area, you know? So I woke up at like 8 in the morning, and me and Rachel are in bed, and the cat just walks by. She was like having the zoomies, you know, where she's just running around super excited. They only do that if they're freaking out about something. And ran past my face in the bed, and she smelled of rancid beef stew. It was the fucking nastiest thing I've ever smelled. I was like, that can't be fucking good. So we go outside the door, and we see that the entire hallway down to the stairs was sprayed in shit. Diarrhea.
Yes.
Oh,
all over
no.
the fucking walls, all over the
Yeah.
fucking stairs. It fucking stunk. It was all the way downstairs on our blankets on the fucking couch and shit.
No.
In the kitchen a little bit, and all the way down to the basement.
And in the glasses that we're drinking out of right now?
Into the glasses we're drinking out of right now. In your very microphone. But long story short, that's why I didn't make it on Tuesday. And also car accidents with family. So shit just happened, man. But fucking anal sac ruptures, dude. Didn't know fucking animals had to be expelled with that shit.
I didn't know when you told me that like your whole house was covered in cat diarrhea.
Oh, dude.
And that's why you weren't able to make it?
Well, no, that usually what happened on Tuesday, and I'll just get into it, is like I had to take her to the emergency room, so I had to deal with that. And then as the day was going on, I was thinking I could probably make it to the podcast, and then I get a call, and I find out my aunt had like a seizure when she was driving on the highway and wrecked into the side of the like highway with my grandma, 88-year-old grandma in the car.
Jesus Christ.
They're okay. They had a bunch of broken bones though. I'm quite honestly surprised that they survived. Yeah, there's maybe like 5-6 bones each one, or something like that.
Damn.
Yeah.
And they're recovering all right?
Yeah, my grandma's 88 years old, and she's a fucking tank, man.
That's awesome.
Blown away. So that's why I couldn't make it. It was just a bunch of shit that happened in one day. It was just like, there's no way.
We told everybody
Remember
that you died. And
Yeah,
we
well,
never...
that basically happened.
He did.
But no, the shitting thing happened Saturday morning, and it was 6 to 7 hours of cleaning.
Oh, wow.
It fucking sucks, man.
That sounds fucking
It was
horrific.
awful.
but
It was fucking awful.
One bad day. One
Yeah.
bad
Oh
day.
my god, man. Yeah, it was. But yeah, I just wanted to tell everybody that story. Like, fucking animals can be nasty as fuck.
I
Yeah.
empathize with your cat's butthole problems because I have plenty of my own. Sometimes I'll have a good week of no fucking painful poops, but most of the time it's just like diarrhea and my body trying to expel whatever drugs and fucking alcohol that I put into my system and just fucking just misery. You guys are like, you're not hardcore party people, are you? But yeah, you fucking put down some Colt 45 since we've been sitting here. You got any butthole problems at all?
No comment.
Is there butthole band issues?
Yeah.
Hemorrhoids?
Basically, every like nice poop I take as a blessing.
Do you have
Like a clean
Kory,
poop?
do you have serious like butthole problems?
Not yet, but I'm coming up on 30 next year, and I can see the trend happening. I'm like, damn, I need to stop drinking cheap beer.
You guys make
Or-
me so happy about my butthole.
You ever have blood shits?
Cody has blood shits on the daily.
No,
You
not
know?
on the daily. That's an
Occasionally.
exaggeration.
You would have to go to the hospital.
No,
if
wait.
it was
When you take
daily.
your blood shits, is it just a bloody wipe, or do you have blood in the bowl?
You ever tear your
That's a
asshole?
personal question. I think the asshole tear is more of it, like too much wiping, like that. That's really what it is.
That's how you
but-
tear?
6 or 7 shits in a day.
Which I'm glad to see that. Like, that's gonna heal, will be okay. But if you're like seeing blood in the bowl, then that's internal bleeding.
You go to the hospital, Cody.
No. I figured it out. If it's bright red blood, it's fresh blood. That means
healthy
it hasn't been
blood.
processed. Yeah, it is. No,
Healthy
seriously.
blood.
Well, do you
Ass
like
blood.
spicy food?
You hear this fucking
You hear
psycho?
this guy coming out with loopholes on how to avoid the doctor and telling what's like? No, it's fresh blood. I looked it
It's
up
healthy.
on MD.com. Like,
Yeah, it's fine.
totally fine.
Yeah, I probably should have mentioned when I had my cocaine hospital visit. I should have been like, "Hey, doc, you want to get a finger in my butthole, take a microscope to it, see what's wrong.
And then he'd probably be
I
like, "There's
didn't.
1,000 polyps in your asshole right
cocaine
now."
hospital visit. That sounds
Pull the mic
interesting.
up.
Pull the mic up a little.
I said cocaine hospital visit. That sounds interesting. What's
It
up
wasn't
with
that interesting. I
wasn't?
stayed out doing cocaine, and I'm not a cokehead. Let's say that. It's a very occasional
Sure.
thing. Friends had cocaine. I was drunk. Fucking next thing I knew, I'm snorting cocaine until the sun comes up, and then the next day I felt like if you just pull it back, like when you press it up and pull it back, it shouldn't.
Okay.
Like
Yeah,
no,
you
I
can
mean
move
if
it.
you move this part back, yeah, that should, and like move the mic a little bit. Sorry guys, technical mic. We have shitty fucking equipment.
It's-
It's not your
Cody's
fault.
picking. Keep
It's
going.
it's just me. Sorry.
It's all good, but yeah. So friends had cocaine. Free cocaine's always a yes on my book. Like, yeah, I'm not gonna pay $80 a gram for something that I don't enjoy doing that much. But like, if I'm already hammered and like you've got it for free, yeah, I'll do your free drugs. And I did it, and then I went to work the next day and fucking had a panic attack. Thought I was having a heart attack and ended up going to the hospital. And I'm sitting there like, well, I'm going to die because I decided to do drugs last night that everybody knows is a terrible drug to do. They take my heart enzyme. They fucking take my blood. They're fucking doing EKG. They fucking do all the tests. And they're like, yeah, do an x-ray. They're like, yeah, you're 100% fine. There's nothing wrong. Like, what? Like, I've been a fucking belligerent alcoholic for the last 10 years. Like, I don't know how the fuck I'm fine, but that was like nothing, no liver problems. They were like, you seem to be in perfect health. I was like, perfect health? Have you seen this gut? I was like, I just feed it Baconators and alcohol and cocaine occasionally. Like,
See, I figured with the previous talk about assholes, like you just did coke and like you were just speeding and just had to shit because coke will make you shit, man.
never.
No, it
I've
was
never
deep.
had that
It
experience.
was dark.
Yeah.
It was a lot darker than that.
I feel like you just had some shitball doctor who did coke himself and was just like flipping through the chart. Like, yeah, he's fucking fine.
I can
Move him.
No,
Oh,
I
wait,
can
what?
I can attest to that. I work at a law firm, and every now and then I find coke residue in the bathroom.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
People love doing coke. Yeah. It's- when I got to bar going age, I found out that most people do coke.
Yeah.
It was the craziest thing to realize. I
Yeah.
was
It's some
holy
good
shit, most people do cocaine. Like I thought this was like some friend's drug addict shit.
I mean, it's some good shit, but I'm just wondering who the attorney bumping coke at like 10 in the morning is in the bathroom. Like,
Oh, get this. So I was in there after they told me everything was fine and shit, and they're wrapping up. I asked the doctor, I was like, hey, man, can you tell me a story that'll scare me out of doing coke ever again? And he was like, I mean, what do you want me to say, man? Like, we've all
There
made
was this
mistakes.
fast food worker.
He was basically just saying, like, yeah, everybody makes mistakes, man. You don't seem to be, like, a fucking hardcore addict. You don't have any damage. And I was like, yeah, but, like, do you have some crazy story? And he's like, actually, now that I think about it, 10 years ago, yesterday, because yesterday was my daughter's birthday. I remember because I was on call when my daughter was being born, and I had to come in. He was like, yeah, here's a great one. It was a cocaine overdose. This guy had been doing it for like 8 days straight, and he came in, and he was having such a powerful heart attack, and his blood pressure was like crazy numbers that we were giving him blood pressure medicine like intravenously, and it wasn't working at all. And he was just fucking like having a hardcore heart attack. They had to mainline the blood pressure medicine through his carotid jugular arteries and try to get his heart rate down, and then eventually his fucking all the blood vessels in his brain exploded, and he bled out of his eyes, his mouth, and his ears and his nose, and just like that's how he died. He was like, so
Where do I get that?
yeah, I was like,
that's basically what happened to Jay Retard.
who is it? Jay Retard?
You know the punk? No, it's not how he died. I mean, he died of like cocaine toxicity and drinking a lot, but probably not that extreme. But cocaine
No, who's
did
Jay
kill him.
Retard? I want to meet
That's
this
I
such
guy.
have
a
no idea
great
who that
name.
is.
That's what I'm
You
gonna
guys-
name my son now.
You guys don't know who that? Okay, he's like
No, who?
He's like a garage rock. Well, he was a garage rock punk musician.
Yeah, sure.
Pull
why
that
not?
shit up.
Yeah. Jay Retard.
Jay Retard.
But
You're
with,
saying it
wait-
like we should all know this guy. Like you remember fifth grade history
Yes,
class,
yes,
Jay
you would.
Oh, he's
Retard.
got a Wikipedia.
Yeah, no, dude, he was a big deal.
Teenage hate fuck Elvis. Is that?
I feel like fuck Elvis is a good.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, he was from Memphis. So
Died when he
fuck
was
Elvis.
30. That's
yeah.
fucked.
Well, no, he's 29. He didn't make it to 30. Now, it's interesting. There's a documentary about him. They were making it while he was alive, but he died while they were doing it.
Oh my god.
And it's really interesting seeing the interviews before and after he died, because, like, before he died, everyone's like, yeah, he's kind of crazy and kind of an asshole. Then after he died, like,
Everyone's
oh,
like,
he
he
was
was a
so
nice guy.
misunderstood.
That's
Yeah.
how it always is when
Mhm.
someone fucking dies, man. No
And
one
it's
likes
funny-
you till you're dead.
It's funny in the interviews, like he's given like right before he's like, yeah, I'm getting up to 30. I think I'm gonna die soon. And you just listen to these interviews, like, oh, he's coked the fuck up.
Yeah, of course you're gonna die. That's what happens when you do coke.
Yeah,
said that he had
yeah,
flu-like
cocaine,
symptoms.
yeah,
and like
cocaine toxicity, and
alcohol.
Yeah,
Dude, that's a weird fucking kind of social experiment if you think about that documentary. If they're showing like the before and after of it.
Is it a good I'll go home and watch this right now. It's a good documentary.
What's it on?
It is a good documentary, yeah.
It's called
I
says
just
Better
streamed it
Than
on some-
Something. J Retard and
Yeah,
Retard spelled
yeah, Better Than Something.
REATARD. Was released in March 2012.
Yeah, tired.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy. Have you guys ever seen what's the dude's name from Anal Cunt? The fuck's his name?
Oh, Seth Putnam.
Yeah, Seth Putnam. Do you ever see that fucking picture of him? Or you ever watch an interview with him and just
I saw
like he's
some-
like
Well, I just saw some interview. It was like
just
after
snorting out of his fucking
was,
deviated septum nose.
it was some interview, and it was like right after he had overdosed on drugs, was in a coma for like a couple months or whatever, and it came out of it. But while he was in the coma, that tsunami in like Sri Lanka 2005 had happened. And apparently some other grindcore artist had died in the tsunami. He's like, yeah, I was in a coma. And, like, I was just happy to know that fucker died when I was in a coma, though. So, fuck him. I was like, God damn, dude.
Seth Putnam was a bad man. And he fucking... He's got that... Have you guys ever seen this picture? I'm going to have to blur this. I hate blurring stuff, but...
The phrase
Fuck
mental illness comes to mind,
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure you guys have seen this. Seth Putnam, where he's on stage, and he's got... Well, I'll just show you. It'll be better for Luke and... Pat, who've probably never seen it. Have you guys ever heard of Anal Cunt before?
I feel
I've
you've
heard of it,
talked
but
about
I've
him before,
never ever listened.
but
Okay.
I don't remember half the shit we talk about.
So here's...
oh yeah, you've showed us this before.
Yeah, he's tying off his arm with a fucking guitar cable to shoot up black tar heroin while what I presume is a hooker is sucking his dick in either a practice room or a live event. I don't fucking know.
All right, guys, you ready to have a good night?
It's for his tribute album called The World Needs Full-Blown AIDS, the gayest tribute to Seth Putnam. So
That
if you get any
seems-
idea of who his
Yeah, it
friends
seems
were.
about on brand.
Yeah.
So he just really was out to offend everyone.
Oh yeah, dude. What do you mean it's
Well,
anal?
that's
cunt? He wrote songs like Hitler was a sensitive man.
Yeah,
and,
well, I mean, that's
fucking-
like also G.G. Allen. Like, he overdosed and died on heroin at a party, and no one knew he was dead for a couple hours. And they had to, like, pose and take a picture
It's
of him.
funny
Bad
you
Weekend
said
at
that
Bernie
because
shit.
when I saw that picture of him getting a blowjob, I was like, "That's some G.G. Allen shit."
Yeah.
Well, it was funny.
He never
Listen-
stood a chance. His dad was insane and named him Jesus Christ Allen.
He used to wake them up and like fucking make them go dig their own graves in the yard
Mm-hmm.
and fucking like make them sleep in the holes and stuff like that and tell them that he was gonna burn the whole house down, like setting the
Okay.
house on
Yeah,
fire. and
his-
his mom
his-
had to stop
Yeah,
it.
his dad was insane. So it's just like here and then it's like, this dude never stood a chance.
Yeah, that's really fucked, man.
The real question is, though, was like, would a Baconator help or hurt the situation?
Hot dog sandwich.
Don't ever
Maybe.
I'm gonna keep bringing it up.
make a documentary about my life after I die inevitably of some baconator cocaine related horrible death.
Yeah, for real, please.
No one will, except for people who don't know you. You know, because it's always the same when people die. Like, people are just, oh my God. Like,
We
you were
never
saying,
saw
they're
it
so
coming.
misunderstood. And meanwhile, the real friends are like, he was all right. I mean, sucks that
Yeah.
he's gone, but
He was kind of an asshole, but you know what? Honestly, I'm not
We're always such
surprised.
a dick.
I'm
We're
not
such a
surprised.
dick.
Meanwhile, they're interviewing Luke and Pat, and they're like, well, we miss him.
Saw it come in episode
Maybe saw it
1.
coming.
It sucks we don't know how to edit this podcast anymore.
We saw all the signs, but did nothing.
But
We're just gonna let it play out.
Oh,
I'll
I
be
did
honest,
something.
Cody was a cocksucker to me every time that we recorded, so I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, sorry for his family's loss, I guess.
It would just be me screaming at the camera. I tried to tell him.
There's no more Baconators! There's no more!
Oh my god. Oh yeah. I wonder what kind of butthole problems that Seth Putnam had.
Dude, he did
Too
a whole
many.
he did a whole like acoustic album.
Was
he
it
did a
awesome?
whole album.
It was what was it called?
He did a whole album that was a love
Like,
album.
I respect your feelings.
Yeah,
or-
I respect
An
your
acoustic
feelings as
love
a
album?
woman.
Yeah,
No,
that's
so the whole thing
ridiculous,
was like
yeah.
it came out as anal cunt. I gotta just show you. Hold on.
Like, show him just the album cover because it's
Pull that.
Pull the
Luke,
mic up
can
just a
you-
little bit
Luke,
more. I'm
just
sorry, I
fix
must be
this
dread.
equipment.
yeah. Sorry, the album cover is just ridiculous. Just like I
And-
respect
but the
your
songs.
feelings. Yeah.
But we got Seth and Phil.
Picnic of Love. Yep, that's it. And it's all like acoustic.
Is it
Picnic of Love. I respect your feelings as a woman and a human. I want to grow old with you. Saving ourselves from marriage. Greed is something we don't need. I'm
couldn't
not
aff-
that kind of
I
boy.
couldn't afford to buy you a present, so I wrote you the song.
I'd love to have your daughter's hand in marriage, my woman, my lover, my friend. Waterfall wishes. In my heart, there's a star named after you.
And the whole album is just like this acoustic guitar and something like da 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 woman.
so,
Just like a false.
So it's all
there's
like
falsetto, yeah.
positive lyrics
Oh yeah.
and everything?
Oh yeah.
So
But
then,
it was a joke, right? The
Yeah,
whole thing
no,
was
I think it's
yeah.
supposed to be
fucking-
cynical.
Yeah.
I saw the reviews in the Wikipedia and it got like a 1.5 out of 5 stars.
Is
The
that
OG grindcore fans were not a fan.
I'm sure that was weird as fuck. It's weird to take a joke that far, to make a whole fucking album out of it, like Austrian Death Machine or some shit.
Don't call Japanese hardcore Japcore.
Well, I mean, it reminds me. I mean, it just reminds me of like an old joke, and it goes with your story. So, what's the difference between like a 3 or 4-year-old child and a brick of cocaine?
Eric Clapton wouldn't let
a
cocaine
coke fall out of a
64
hotel window.
Stories.
Yeah.
My friend at work tells that story. He
Yeah.
always says, "What's the difference between a baby and a bag of cocaine?" And it's like, Eric Clapton wouldn't let a satchel of cocaine fall 64 stories. It's a great joke, but I hear it at work all the time because I
Did
love
he
that.
let a baby drop 64?
Yeah, his baby's dead. Yeah.
Wait,
'Cause it fell
this
out
is
of
a
a
real
window.
thing?
I mean,
You don't know about this?
Yeah,
No, what
yeah.
are you talking about?
His kid fell out of a hotel window and died.
Wait, I do.
On the kid's
Hold on.
accord, not
Hold on,
watching
what do you
the
mean?
kid, or
Like, did he know that it happened? Was he like?
I mean,
was he choosing cocaine?
No, he was a
baby?
cokehead forever.
Yeah.
Is the joke, and then his son died by
falling out of a hotel window.
Yeah,
I have
Connor
never
Clapton.
heard about it. Put up what? Hit that first link.
Yeah, okay,
49.
story.
that's still crazy.
It's been 9 years
Since
I do
Lord.
like the Anal Cunt song title. Living Color is my favorite black metal band.
That says 53 floors.
fucking.
It's just falling
pave
higher
cake,
and
bro.
higher.
Pave cake.
Yeah,
Pavement
that's fucking
pancake.
intense. Well, we get the idea.
So
I don't know.
Yeah.
so the kid did it accidentally.
And now Eric Clapton made him
I
racist.
would assume it wasn't on purpose.
It made Eric Clapton a racist. I guess is the
slipped.
moral of that story.
No, it was just his comments on blues artists.
Yeah, what did he say about blues artists? Go ahead, quote it. We'll take you out of context and put the soundbite up and
What did
make
he
it
say?
your quote.
He said
Here's
the
what
hard
NITHING
R.
has to say about blues artists.
Oh no!
Who wants to read this? Hold on.
No.
Eric Clapton, blues artist. Let's pull that up.
I'll read it.
Of
Read it.
course you will, you psychopath.
Why not?
Well, we all know
I don't know.
the white man stole blues from.
I'll just say he
Places.
wasn't very respectful of where he got his influences from.
Even on his bizarre racist period.
Sure, you want to read that, Luke?
Why not? It's not me saying it. I'm reading.
It will be when we cut it up as highlight clips of the podcast and put
Just
fucking
you saying that.
Photoshop a swastika over your face.
Give me
Charlie
the
Manson swastika in your
Manson.
face.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, give me the
In the
Manson.
video, we take out the no sign from the swastika on Zach's shirt and make it just a swastika.
Oh wow! Don't drag me into this.
I love the Nazis. It says on the front.
You fuck
I'm just kidding. It's the dead Kennedys. Nazi punks, fuck off. But yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna find it. I'm just gonna have to fucking keep clicking.
Look
shit.
up Eric Clapton most racist comments. Top 10 most racist comments. Don't do
You'll
that.
probably find a
you don't
few,
have to. Oh, he's doing it.
Racist quotes by Eric Clapton. Let's do it. I'm all in. Oh, here we go.
White explains his racism.
Oh my god.
All right, now Luke, you got to white quote his white explaining racism.
Oh no, it's okay though. He had a black girlfriend, so just.
Right.
Oh man.
I don't. Okay.
He's just straight up into it.
I got it.
Oh yeah, go ahead,
Yeah.
Luke.
So we'll scroll down so I can get the whole thing. Okay. Oh,
It's not me. I promise.
Oh, it's loading
Not
stuff
me.
still.
Piece of shit website.
Okay.
I don't want
Shitty
you
ass
here.
internet.
All right, let's try it. I don't want you here in the room or in my country, Clapton declared. Listen to me, man. I think we should vote for
He's British.
Enoch Powell.
He's British. Why are you giving him a southern
Because
accent?
he's racist. Enoch.
Like all the southerns.
Enoch's our man.
Keep reading, it gets worse.
Okay. I think Enoch's right. I think we should send them all back. Stop Britain from becoming a black colony. Get the foreigners out of here. Get the wogs out. Get the coons out. Keep Britain white. I used to be into dope. Now I'm into racism. It's much heavier, man. Fucking wogs, man.
What is that
Fucking
slur?
Saudis.
I've never heard of that before.
Taking over London. Bastard
yeah.
wogs. Britain is becoming overcrowded, and Enoch will stop it and send them all back. The black wogs and coons and Arabs and fucking Jamaicans and fucking... they don't belong here. We don't want them here. This is England. This is a white country. And we don't want any black wogs and coons living here. We need to make clear to them that they are not welcome. England is for white people, man. We are a white country. I don't want fucking wogs living next to me with their standards. This is Great Britain. A white country? What is happening to us? For fuck's sake.
So I don't know that slur, but
Clap.
I feel like
I've
I,
never
Wog?
heard of it.
What's a wog?
I was gonna say I don't know that slur, but you should probably bleep him out every
Person
time he
who's
says
not
that.
white, it says. Wog is a slang word for the idiom of Australian English and British English.
Dude, that's
in
funny,
the UK,
though,
it's
'cause-
usually employed in the ethnic or racial slur and considered derogatory and offensive.
Dude, that's so funny though, because he's associating that like wog with all other minorities. Like he's
It's
like
not
putting
one
out the
thing in
end.
particular. He's
Yeah.
just a white supremacist.
Jesus Christ. Well,
Yeah, dudes. What
I'm
the
glad
fuck
Luke
kind of
read it and I
mentality?
didn't
Yeah,
read
I
it.
didn't have to read that. Thank God.
Yikes!
Is that how racism works? You quote people and you suddenly
You
hate
can't
black
say
people?
it. You can't say it, dude.
What? Why not?
Because it makes you racist.
I know you were just.
I got
know-
one word
I
for
know-
my hate.
I know you were just quoting Eric Clapton, but I just want to say we don't have any association with your hate.
Yeah, none of us do.
Me neither.
Also, great performance though.
know,
yeah, that
I'd
was
give you
fantastic.
Yeah,
I like the
that
Southern
that
accent.
was a great
Yeah.
read through. Like you hit those ellipses and you had the pauses. Like,
Thank you.
have you ever thought
It's
about
like you were
acting?
actually
I
thinking
really
that.
would like to try voice acting.
Because I think
Sincerely.
you would be really good at it.
I appreciate it.
Yeah,
Thank you. Thank you.
yeah.
You know, I'm
Play a British guy.
not with
and
grammar like that, you won't. I really would like to try voice acting. Like,
I
hold
do.
on a minute.
I mean, there's a,
You do would? You do would
I mean,
like
how do
to?
you even get into voice acting? To be honest, like, where do you even like what? You got to find a fucking local animator.
No,
or
You
there's
know a
shit?
guy, you get lucky.
Well, this
There's
is where
the
I
way that
plug
anything
my
creative works.
website.
Plug it. What? Oh, what?
No, I was just kidding. I just wanted to
Corey
show
also
off our-
agrees with EricClapton.com.
Don't say that shit.
Kory Shumard says, get the wogs out of...
Cincinnati, Ohio.
I will kill you.
The fuck?
That's the first time we've all heard that racial
I've
slur.
never heard that before.
There's like a...
I'm still glad I didn't say it.
I'm still struggling with it. Like, I don't understand. Like, what is a
Dude, it sounds so stupid.
The N-word sounds stupid, too. Like, if you ever said that word, what like Corey says every time that he's in traffic.
No, I just said karaoke.
Just in carry it when you're singing hip-hop songs. No, but that sounds...
Biggie wouldn't be mad, I don't think.
The song sound, not the song. The word itself, the N word sounds dumb. Like if you say it out loud, it's like it's a shitty word.
Any word that's like a curse word or anything that's offensive.
That's not
is a
fucking
dumb-
true. I like
That's
saying
not,
fuck.
Fuck is
I
great.
mean, yeah,
fuck
shit,
is
damn,
a fantastic
But
word.
if it
Cunt.
wasn't like, think about it. If it really wasn't like a curse word or ever, like, what kind of fucking word? It's a 4-letter word. You know, it's like
That's how
curse
rhetoric
words-
works, you know.
curse
you,
words
you
are
give
made
words
up.
power, and then
Yeah.
It's
they
just-
have power for
Yeah,
people.
exactly.
I guess
It's
it was
very
just
easy,
the
you know?
noise cavemen made when they were making words or whatever when they stubbed their toe, and it
could-
just was
I
like,
could-
all right, that's a curse
Oh,
word.
I don't like you, you know.
Frick. What were you saying?
Nothing.
Nothing. Okay.
Can we just make Luke read racist quotes for the rest of the night and then
I'll
make
do
that?
it. I'm not a
I'm
bitch.
just kidding. I wouldn't subject you guys to this.
God, it's horrible just even thinking about it.
Well, I want to be self-serving here, but like racism in metal is like a real thing, but it all comes back to rhetoric.
Can we talk about this for a minute? The racism in metal?
Yeah, for sure. Like, it's a thing that exists, but I don't do it. Zach doesn't do it. It's all about
What-
rhetoric. You know, rhetoric.
What do you mean? Like, there's just
There
genres.
there are different.
We just got the mic. It's our mic. It's not
I-
you.
Nah, you guys can throw it on me. It's fine. It's all fine. But no, I mean in different genres. And I think especially it's the issue with black metal. You have a lot of bands that kind of that get really attracted to like fascist Nazi rhetoric.
That
and
suck,
I
yeah.
don't really understand the appeal of it, but I think. Well, you know, I don't know. I don't know what the appeal of it is for them. I can't speak for them.
It
but
seems like, yeah, a lot of people in the metal community, just in general, the metal as a whole, is there's just a lot of elitist people with very strong opinions.
And that must translate to some sort of like nationalistic beliefs, which I've never really understood. Nationalism itself is just kind of a confusing concept for me.
Stupid.
It really
It
is.
is really
'cause
stupid.
Yeah, because it's like, oh, I'm really proud of this country. It's like, well, what did you do? It's like you were born here.
Yeah.
So what did you
Yeah.
actually do
And
to be proud
also,
of? Yeah.
how different is the whole country? Like, the whole country's a
Right.
fucking completely different place. We might as well be 50 separate countries with how fucking
It's like-
different
yeah.
most of this shit is. It's like, what, you love the whole nation? Like, the whole thing is fucking, you're proud to be, like, it's not all one thing. It's not all one cohesive thing. How are you
Oh,
proud
yeah.
of that? And why are you... How do
Yeah,
you
I mean, you have-
turn that into some racist rhetoric? It's
Yeah,
made
I
up
mean-
of immigrants and people of...
Yeah.
like specifically with like extreme metal, like it's a hard time and with associated with extreme values, but it's not the same. You know what I mean? People hijack what like popular ideals, popular in like their demographic, right? You find someone who's exposed or who feels vulnerable, like of course they're gonna gravitate towards kind of the counterculture. And so in a lot of ways it's like, you know, people can lose the path that they're going on, but
and just want to become a part of something bigger than themselves,
which
It's
is
more of
great,
this-
you know.
Yeah, but then it can get hijacked to this kind of group mentality of like us versus them, and that can lead down a really dangerous road.
Right, and that's tribalism.
There's a whole
right?
bunch of that going on right now.
Mhm. Oh, for sure.
I was just in Chicago for the first time ever, and I saw the Trump Tower, and I saw all these people taking pictures, flipping it off and stuff.
That's
It's
the
just so.
thing to do in Chicago. When I went to
It's
Chicago,
just so
I
everybody's
got one
doing
of
it.
those.
It was just interesting to see. There's just a lot of hate going on in this country right now.
Oh well, I think it's because he's a fucking cunt.
Yeah.
I don't think it's like
Let's be real here.
that.
It's-
It's just
it's-
him
it's-
specifically is a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how do you guys think the impeachment's going to go down?
You
Is
know,
he,
it's
is he getting
heavy.
impeached?
well, they're
Yeah,
working
they're-
on
they're
it.
going
start-
on?
I
they-
think
they started the impeachment investigation to see if they want to proceed
What, for the
formally
last
with it.
4 months of his
exactly.
presidency?
I think this shit was planned.
Like the Bill Clinton thing where they're just going to disgrace him right at the end.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I don't get it. Like,
I was-
if you were going to take
like,
him
my-
out, take him out right in the
What are
beginning.
you
No,
gonna say?
no. I was going to say.
Clinton's still out
I
there.
think.
And
I
also,
think
I don't want him
well,
to get impeached because then we
guys,
got to
let
deal
him
with Mike
finish, bro.
Pence. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Shut
Well,
the fuck up,
goddamn.
Cody.
Well, no. When they started investigating him, Trump threw Pence under the bus, so he might be out too.
But then what other fucking
Nancy Pelosi, she's next in line.
fuck?
He's thrown out his entire cabinet.
She's third
so
in line
far.
because order of procession goes president,
want-
vice
Yeah.
president, speaker of the house.
It's just crazy that
But-
this shit is going on. Like,
But I'm thinking the fact they're doing it now, about a year before the election, either A, they really, really have something solid that they want to pursue, they finally got it, or B, they're throwing up a Hail Mary because they don't have faith in the election coming up next year.
well, it's like, how do you even trust it?
Right.
How do you even trust it, man?
Well, I think that everybody's at a point where it's like Bernie's for sure going to win if he's going up against Trump.
No.
well,
you
there's
don't think so?
there's other
No.
people out there that are.
I would
I mean,
like
there's-
it, but no.
Yeah,
I mean-
I would like to think so.
Yeah, I mean,
you
as
know?
much as old as Trump is, like, he just had a fucking heart attack, dude.
Yeah, that's true.
Sorry.
It's, I feel like the same people that put him in that position are the same people that are going to take him out just to please the people.
Put Trump in that position? I think
What are you
that
talking
Trump won against all odds. I think that Trump was the ultimate story of like, oh, the whole thing isn't rigged. Like if you just talk enough nonsense to the majority of dumb people, then there's more dummies than there aren't dummies, and they'll fucking vote for you if you just like preach fucking all their values. If you preach dumbass, fucking stupid ass, undereducated values,
It
even
just
if-
blows my mind.
Well, it's just an appeal to fear because you have a lot of these different Rust Belt states. He's like, I'm gonna bring your jobs back. I'm gonna get the economy going. You know, everything's gonna be like it was 50 years ago, without recognizing the fact our economy's not geared toward that anymore. You know, the jobs aren't coming back. You want to pay someone like a living wage to do this. You know, the price of goods are gonna go up. Like, it's just not gonna happen.
Well, do you remember when he tried to bring back jobs when he first came in by starting up the coal industry again?
Stupid.
That's
so
fucking dumb,
stupid.
idiot.
why wouldn't
Yeah.
why? How the fuck? I don't understand the Republican value like at all.
It's just a weird,
The people-
like, I have to win kind of thing. Because, I mean, I have a coworker who's, like, really into this stuff, and he's telling me, Coal's fine. Coal's fine. I'm like, really? You don't even... Why do you care where the fucking energy is coming from?
Your guy at work is a back.
But
mean,
you could
yeah,
throw those
fool.
people that are in
For
those
sure.
energy jobs, and you could throw them into a different set
Well,
of
I mean, it
energy
just-
jobs. It's like, no, I get it. You're running coal
just-
trucks. Well, we've got another set of jobs for
I mean,
you
it's just-
installing fucking like.
It's just a classic rise of fascism, and I'm not saying
Yeah.
Nazism because Trump's not a Nazi, because Nazism is separate from fascism. It's a specific branch of it that you got. But with Trump, you have an outside political figure, kind of aligned with the private citizens, that conservatives make a tenuous alliance with, like kind of strained, but because they want to defeat the educated liberal class. So they kind of deal with him like, you know, we'll deal with this figure, but we'll gain power through him.
Yeah.
And I think their big thing was like, we can control him and we can kind of get things done through him, but
I fucking hate both
I think
sides
they're realizing
right
the
now.
fact that they can't really do that.
I don't like the way that the
And
liberals.
you just also have like the super xenophobia, kind of this ultra nationalist thing, and the attacking of the free press and stuff. It's just
That's
it's
a
just
whole
classic-
lot of that.
It's
Yeah.
classic hallmarks of it.
Do you
Yeah.
think that there might be a potential civil war? I feel like that's outlandish to even think about.
Yes.
But I feel like I've seen people like post on his like tweets and shit. So you just say the word.
Everybody's
and
too
I'll fucking
soft.
do
No,
that.
there'll be no civil
You
war
say that,
because
Cody, but
everyone
there's
are
like 400
pussies.
fucking mass shootings that have been happening over the past year and a half. You know, like a
There's
lot of them
a-
have done it in his name.
There's a sweet thing called the National Guard.
Well, like I
If,
think
if you're data
I think
driven though,
I think in the worst case scenario, if it breaks down enough, you'd have the military called
Yeah.
and martial law and kind of take over.
No
Yeah,
matter
you
where
might be
we're at
looking
with our
military
economy, we have a
dictatorship.
military that could defeat every other military on the face of the planet at the end, period. Like, I think that we have
Yeah.
the most arms, the most munitions, like, the most people willing to fucking destroy
We're the
everything
only.
else
I
in
think
its
we're
way.
the only country in the entire world that doesn't pledge allegiance to like a higher power or a
Well-
leader. We're to a piece of paper, the Constitution.
And
you
I mean,
know?
just if you want to think about the military, what other country has military installations around the world?
not many.
Great Britain,
probably like maybe Russia, but I
and
can't think of a lot of
might be
others
it.
really.
Yeah, and I mean, even if we try to start a civil war, like
Is it just
Drunk-
Great Britain?
just-
Is that the only other one?
it might be, maybe France might have a few with their old colonies. Maybe Russia.
No,
maybe
they suck.
I think
France.
Russia's
Chi-
just
I
so
think,
huge it doesn't need
I
the
think
fucking...
China's been trying to install different military bases in Eastern Africa, but for the
No,
most part,
Russia could just feed off of their own people for
Yeah.
their.
But I mean,
labor
ultimately, if
and
it came
shit.
down to a civil war, I mean,
Well,
how's
what-
that gonna go?
Well,
It's
what is
not-
civil war?
It's gonna
though?
be some. It probably will be short lived.
Yeah,
I imagine.
What the fuck? We're talking politics on the Bastards?
Yeah, we never do this.
It's
we
a good
actually
time.
avoid
I'm
it.
sorry.
I mean, no. I mean,
They
it's
need to
something
be
to talk
addressed.
about though, because it's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
It's
I
all
just-
fucking crazy.
It's just a really fascinating concept for me. You're bitching at me about doing like what with a college degree? Drinking Colt 45s. No, I studied political science, so it's really interesting for me.
Oh, okay, if you were into political science, I don't know enough about it just to have a real educated
Me too.
conversation is my
Same.
problem. So what'll end up happening is like you'll have great points and I'll have like little dumb fucking nonsense points that don't make any
Zach
sense.
is like
I
a
just
history
can't.
major, so he's got like a good
Yeah,
base to
history
work
and
off
political
of. You know?
science is a good combo.
You're a really smart guy. I remember the last time that we were sitting
he's
down
not that
talking. You were
smart.
breaking all
No,
this
I'm
shit
not.
down.
I'm not.
You're real
This
really-
guy has
scientific.
education.
I'm not really that
No,
smart.
I'm
like
sorry. You are smart, Zach.
I finished school and I graduated, and I had like a crossroads of, do you want to move down to Cincinnati and play in a
he's
band,
playing
or
in
do you
a
want
shitty
to go to
band
law
drinking
school? And
40s.
I'd rather play in a band.
Law school is supposed to be a fucking nightmare, though.
So you
Yeah,
went through-
no, I had a friend who went to law school, and talking to him, I do not regret it at all.
yeah,
That's interesting though. Like, so you spent how many years in college getting your political science? Did you get a degree in political science?
Oh yeah,
How many years?
4.
4. Yeah, well, yeah, I did. It was a long thing. Like I did a year my senior year, and I went to a school in Michigan. I started there, and after a year, I transferred to another school, and then finished up in about 3 years.
But you said you do work at like a law
Damn,
firm
good job, bro.
sort of thing, right?
Yeah, I just work like in records. I'm like their fucking
It's
librarian.
like
It's
a
not that big of a
glorified
deal.
librarian.
Dude, I feel like you either live for your job or you live for your passions. I mean,
And I
if you're
live-
playing like music and stuff, I feel like you're living for your passions.
I
you
am.
know, why the
Yeah.
fuck? Who you either a workaholic or you're not. You know,
I think that's a smart decision.
I just remember my senior year, just like going through like the like,
senioritis.
well, yeah, senioritis, but like I was in this honors class doing like our thesis for like our project, like our big thesis, and everyone's like, oh, I'm studying for the LSATs, getting ready for the LSATs, and you're talking like, oh, where do you want to go? Where do you want to go? And they're like, Zach, what are you gonna do when you graduate? I'm like, I'm moving to Cincinnati and start a band, and they're like, wow, that's really cool, that's interesting, and I'll never forget. Someone's like, that's really bohemian of you, and I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, playing in like dirty beer-soaked bars, yeah, it's really cool.
Why
guys.
was Cincinnati
Fuck
the
it.
choice?
I knew Andrew, like the other guitarist who's on the earlier episode.
Andrew
'cause,
Yankowski, shout out, bad
yeah,
motherfucker.
yeah, because our freshman year we were going to Eastern Michigan, then he transferred to UC, and I went to Michigan. But we stayed in contact. My junior year, I came down here to hang out with them for like a week during my spring break. He took me to a metal show, and it was like death metal, black metal, and stuff. And I'm like, this is what your music scene's like? It's like, yeah, this is what the metal scene's like. Like death metal, black metal, thrash metal, whatever. And I was like, fuck yeah, I want in. Like, this is awesome. So my senior year, I'm like, when I graduate, if I move down here and get a job and stuff, you want to start a band? And he's like, yeah, dude. That was that.
Was it the Cincinnati scene itself that drew you into it, or was it your first taste into that type of music?
It was the Cincinnati scene, because, I mean, I had been into that music, but growing up, like, I grew up near South Bend, Indiana, and a lot of the scene there was kind of like really generic metalcore and deathcore and stuff, and, like, I played in thrash metal bands, so we did not fit in well with that. And, I mean, it was fine, but when I came down here and I saw other bands that kind of sounded like the sound I wanted, I got me really pumped. Like, okay, so there is like a city with this scene that I
A
can
little
get
more
into.
fire going on.
Yeah.
You know, a little more
Yeah.
energy going
Cincinnati's
on.
got a huge scene
Oh, yeah.
for all kinds of music.
Yeah, I just saw a lot of potential in it. And
Yeah.
it just got me really excited. Like, okay, there's something here to work with.
Have you ever thought have either of you guys ever thought about moving further out, like to a different, some other big hub for this, like New York City or
Oh,
like
we would totally talk
yeah,
about
yeah,
scene
yeah.
or
Yeah, no,
like-
he and I joke about going to Nashville.
Right, start,
Nashville
Nashville's
looks like
like
a
a
crazy
big-
good
crazy
place to
good
go
scene.
to
Yeah.
right now.
start like a rock band,
Yeah.
and then like fuel the metal band off of
Mhm.
like the lame shit.
Would you
whatever.
guys ever do that? Like, honestly, would you?
Is
do
it just a joke, or are you like?
Are you serious?
Think
Right
about
now? Like,
doing
are you
this
not
show?
going to come back on the podcast?
I don't know.
Are
Maybe
serious?
you guys should like push us to do it.
Hey, you should do it. Don't
Yeah,
be a
give us
bitch.
encouragement, yeah.
Don't be a bitch.
Do it.
Yeah, well, neither of us have anything other than the band's tying us down to the city, so why not? Well, I mean, you're from here. I'm not from here. I don't give a fuck.
I mean,
Yeah, fuck this city. I can leave
mean,
tonight.
I don't give a fuck.
I mean, to be fair, we talk about like we need to, like, or at least for me, like we need
Yeah,
to go on
I've-
tour once with
Yeah.
NITHING.
No, man, I've lived in so many places. I don't fucking care anymore.
Yeah, it's just a place.
How many places have you guys lived?
I was born in Vegas. I moved to Kansas
whatever.
for about a year. Then I
That
grew up in
sounds like
Michigan,
death.
moved to Illinois, moved back to Michigan, moved across the state from Michigan from school, then moved down here.
Why are you moving so much?
My parents.
But you've settled.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But you've settled
yeah.
into Cincinnati. Like Cincinnati's like the fucking spot to be out of all those places that you've been to. That's
Well-
kind of cool to
well,
me. I like
it's a
that.
super
'cause I
artistic
like
city,
Cincinnati
dude.
because I've
Yeah.
been
Well,
here for forever.
Mini Nashville.
well,
Mini Nashville.
well, right now.
Yeah,
Right.
Nashville's in
Right
the
now.
near future for them, right, guys?
But no, I've been here for about 4 years and I'm really enjoying it. But
Yeah.
yeah, Nashville could be the future,
yeah.
or maybe we'll,
Zach can't stay in one place for long, which is not bad at all, I think.
What about you, Kory? Are you Cincinnati based? Like staying in Cincinnati?
I mean, I'll probably move out, but I want to be buried here at least. Not that I don't believe in anything like heaven, hell, or whatever, but I would love to be buried here, no matter where I go.
Why is that?
Cincinnati's
here
your home,
specifically?
homie.
It's where you first
Represent.
got balls deep into a butthole, Luke, and that's where you have to be
Cheese
buried.
conies till I die.
Cheese coney sandwiches. Till you fucking
Oh
die,
wait,
bro.
back to the fucking the sandwich
Oh, yeah,
conversation.
yeah, so-
you were saying outside, so just
Oh yeah, no. If we're going by, can you state your definition of a sandwich?
Let me look it back up because
don't look it back up. State your
a
definition.
sandwich is like anything that's in between two buns, or it's a bun that's sliced in half, or mostly through with filling.
Could we go with a bun as more broadly based, just bread or grain based?
I would just say anything like a sandwich is, you know.
What
it's a
about an
sandwich.
ice cream sandwich? Is that a sandwich?
Yeah.
What if I got like a gingerbread house and I put a bunch of meat in it? Would that be a sandwich?
You know, we were talking about this outside, and you had a lot of good points.
Too many.
You know, too many good points.
Too
It's like
many
a chicken pot
excellent
pie.
points.
What about meatloaf?
You know, that's a really
That's
good
true.
question.
It's
That's
meat
a,
and it's got
Yeah.
breadcrumbs
It's got
in it.
ketchup on it.
That's
Yeah.
that is a
it's half a
sandwich.
It's a
sandwich.
deconstructed
We'll give it
sandwich.
I'll award that a half sandwich.
What about
you know?
what about like a corn dog? If you just kind of split
corn?
it.
I would say a corn dog would be a sandwich because it's with filling and it's breaded. You know, it's just got a stick in it. Whatever. You mean you have sandwiches plenty of times with like a toothpick in it?
What
you know, what's the
about
difference?
Caitlyn Jenner's vagina? What about that? Is that a sandwich?
I wouldn't say
Only,
so.
only if I eat it.
I haven't gotten a good look at it, so I can't tell.
Probably not something you want to look up. Probably
you guys got
plastic
like
surgery
lead
to hell.
philosophers on the phone about the sandwich problem.
We do need someone to call.
I need
in.
a sandwich professional. I mean, isn't that what Subway workers are? They're called or sandwich professionals or something.
Sandwich artist.
Sandwich artists.
I wouldn't-
They
I-
really try to put
I
those
wouldn't-
fucking
yeah.
15-year-olds on a pedestal.
Yeah, that's.
I'm a sandwich artist.
I wouldn't trust an artist because I'm pretty sure as musicians we're considered artists. You should not trust us
No,
at all.
you know what? I
What?
got.
What do
I
you
got
mean? You're in my
though.
house.
I got you though. I
Well,
went
he
to
stole
school.
all of your fucking.
Were you in
all
any
the
rooms by
coasters.
yourself?
Bro, he was talking.
All of them.
What were you
Go
gonna say,
on.
Kory?
I went to school for 3 years to do education, teaching stuff, and I did some student teaching. And what that short time taught me is that the sandwich is not really relevant. It's more about how you approach the quote-unquote sandwich in question. Like the fact that it is a hot dog or cheese coney or a ham sandwich, that's besides the point. How do you approach it?
Sounds like a bunch of bullshit, Corey.
How do you
Yeah.
eat the
Yeah.
sandwich?
I'm smelling bullshit right now.
Well, fuck you guys.
Look, I'm saying anything between two
Wait, you were a
buns
student
or
teacher?
Yeah. Terrible. terrible.
It was awful. You hated it, kind of shit.
Yeah, it was fucking
I don't
just
know.
the worst berating I've ever had. Not
like you were in school all that time, but nothing really like people told you about it, but nothing prepared you for like what it actually was.
I didn't want to get up on a pedestal at all, but just like it's not a great way for people to become great mentors. That was my experience. That's just literally just my experience, So I can't.
I remember
else,
teachers crying and shit back in high school and stuff. Like I don't know how people do this for 30 years and
What kind of
not
kids
lose
were
their
you
fucking
teaching?
mind.
Like, what level of kids were you?
Well, when you're
with?
starting out, you like work on the harder schools, right? Because that's where they need help. Where they need help, that makes total sense.
Like in a
right?
tough area.
Sure, yeah. So,
God, I bet you have. It's just an emotional wreck every day.
it's not the kids, man. It's not even the teachers or the parents. It's just how it's set up.
Uh-huh.
The students are frustrated because they're not getting the attention they need. The parents are frustrated because they feel like they're not involved, and the teachers are frustrated because they don't have the tools that they need, and the administration is frustrated because they don't have enough money to do what they feel like they need to do. So it's not a people problem. To me, it's like a systemic problem, but I'm just being like an echo chamber for like so much stuff that's already mainstream.
Every teacher I've ever met, I have cousins that are teachers. They've all said the exact same thing, and it just seems like such a stressful job. Yeah, you get 3 months off in the summer, but you got to spend all that time planning your whole year's worth of fucking shit to keep these guys entertained, or just like not entertained, but just like paying attention. And that's a tough job.
But you don't have 3 months off because if you're in that realm, the academic realm, you're continuing to go to school as you should.
I had a teacher I'd like to shout out named Dr. Hoover from Coleraine, and that teacher was crazy.
Like
he
a
was,
psychopath?
Yeah, but he was a great teacher. Like he
was cool people.
Yeah, he made you feel involved. You actually you actually learned some stuff, and he didn't just teach there. He had a tenure there, but after the school, he would then drive to Miami University, not Hamilton, the other location, teach there, and then drive home to Loveland and sleep there. This man was driving like 2-3 hours a day teaching people. It was fucking nuts.
Dude, that's
Because
when
they're
there's people out there that have
dedicated.
serious
Yeah.
passions.
Yeah.
Out
He was a
there.
great
really
guy.
quickly, Pat has something that he wants to get into. I want to wrap this up by
Right.
just the teacher conversation.
Fair.
We're going to close on what Pat's about to get into. We have limited time. But
Yeah.
Anthony Tank Mansfield, the fucking sponsor of the podcast, you don't know one. He was my high school art teacher, and he's the reason that I got
Cheers!
through high
Cheers!
school.
Cheers for the man!
I got
cheers.
nothing to cheers.
I wasn't trying to.
Yeah.
Cheers.
I wasn't
we're
trying to do
cheering.
all this, but we can cheers. Yeah, that's fine.
Every
But
time we're mentioning his
I'm
name,
just
I'm
saying,
cheersing.
that dude helped me graduate high school. He's a fantastic teacher, and there's not enough of them out there because it's a really fucking hard job.
Dude's a fucking seriously. That dude would seem like an inspiring ass teacher.
He's great.
I'm serious. Like I wish he was my art teacher. My art teacher didn't give a shit about the class.
I went to
He
an
would fall
art
asleep.
school, so he was like one of 2 teachers that I had.
Damn.
I did all my online shit, but like he inspired me to want to go to school. He was a great, fantastic dude, and he couldn't stay in the teaching profession because of the way that job system's set up. And shout outs to all the teachers out there that are doing a good fucking job. There's plenty of shitty shitball teachers. We all talk about them all the time.
Cheers! Cheers!
Shout outs to the good
Cheers!
teachers. I hope you get paid more someday. It'll never happen, but I hope in my heart of hearts that you
In
do get some more
utopia.
money
Yeah.
in this utopian world that I'm setting up. All right, that's it. I'll get off my soapbox now.
All right. There was one other thing I want to bring up before the end of the podcast. There has been a mystery at my work, and I just wanted to talk about it on the air.
I'm so happy you reminded me. I forgot.
I forgot about it until just now.
Forgot about this. Can you read this letter or set
Yeah,
it
I'll
up,
read it.
then
I'll read it. I'm not gonna, so it's happening at my work. I'm not going to name where I work. But you ever go to the bathroom there and you're just, it's fucking clogged the shit, and it's like, why would someone let this happen and not report it or something? Like,
Pat, I was just telling you about how I go to the bathroom. Someone's doing cocaine in the stall
Yeah,
and leave
so-
the residue. So I get you.
Yeah,
He doesn't
it's like
report it.
bathroom
He
mysteries.
just licks the stall clean. You know?
I got to get that good buzz to get through lunch.
So for like 2 weeks or so, someone's been going in one of our bathrooms and clogging it, and like with a shit ton of toilet paper. Like, let's say they take their arm and they wrap it and wrap it and wrap it and wrap it and wrap it with toilet paper, and they fill it up for some fucking reason. Then they shit on top of it and try to flush it.
This better not
Like
be a plug.
consistently?
Yeah, this happened 4 days in a row last week, and it was to the point where the CEO was getting involved.
Sounds like you're dealing with a fucking psychopath.
Oh yeah, it gets fucking deep.
What
dude.
exactly happened?
So this guy was going into the bathrooms and clogging it every morning, and like
On
not
purpose?
yeah, like it seemed like it was on purpose. He wasn't reporting it. Like it was a fucking disgusting mess where they closed down the whole bathroom for the whole fucking day. Like the bathroom was closed for 4 fucking days on my floor because this guy is serial shitting all over the fucking bathroom. I did not see it. I heard it was quite a sight. I heard it was something that you do not want to see.
Said he shits on the floor and stuff?
Apparently it's everywhere. Like they have to shut the whole bathroom down, dude.
What the fuck?
They shut
Are
down
you
the
serious?
whole fucking bathroom because of this guy. Like it's something where my CEO of my company, which is a huge company, and he's going. I work in IT, so I have to hear like everything that goes on in the whole company. And he's going in our room and he's like freaking out. And he's like, "Who the fuck is still doing this?" Like he curses out loud and shit. Because my boss is like one of the top guys there. He's like, "I can't fucking stand this anymore. It's so fucking disrespectful and immature. I'm gonna fucking find that person. I'm gonna fucking fire him." And
Professional fucking CEO.
Oh yeah,
right
like
there.
just total. I'm not
It
kidding.
turns out it's
just,
Pat.
I'm not
just
kidding.
starts yelling
it's him,
at
and I'm just
everybody.
sitting uncomfortably in one of the rooms, like just
It's totally
quiet,
Pat.
totally fucking like listening to this whole thing. This dude is going off. Like, so he wrote this letter, and I'm gonna read it to you. He wrote this letter, and he was like, "I would first like to apologize to all the innocent employees, but I cannot believe that we even have to deal with this behavior
No
like
one's
this.
innocent.
There has been a murder." No, I'm just kidding. There have been multiple instances
murder.
of some ridiculously abhorrent, I think that's the word he said, restroom behavior in the above mentioned location. The offending employee knows who he is, and we are relatively sure we know who you are. And they were starting to put cameras in the fucking hallways. Not like privacy kind of concerns, but just to find who's going in and they can time it up.
Yeah.
Like this shit is, I'm hearing about this all day, every day.
This shit is crazy.
And
Wait,
so,
why would they send an email to the whole company? Because then
It wasn't
he
an
knows.
email. It was a handwritten note.
Because I was going to say, he would know then.
So yeah, let me get a little bit further in this. This is your final warning to cease the behavior immediately. We have taken steps to increase security without infringing on personal privacy, quote unquote. So that any future occurrences will be immediately identified. Thank you for in advance, and this is the last notification you receive. And it's just like, what the fuck, man? Who is doing this? So apparently, like, this gets so deep where like the fucking janitor's coming in, and he came in and he said, "The fucking shit bandit strikes again," and he's just this really old guy, and he shows this fucking graffiti that someone left in the bathroom. I mean, I'm gonna try to read it. "They try to foil my pen, but the shit house bandit strikes again," and they're writing it all over the walls.
Like I said, you are dealing with a fucking
Like, what
sociopath.
the fuck kind of shit is this?
You tried to foil my plan, but this shit house bandit strikes again.
Yeah, like
when he gets fired, invite
What
him
did he
on the
write it in
show.
his own poop?
No, he wrote it in a pen, but he just wrote it on the bathroom wall. But I'm just like, who goes to work and try to actively gets fired like this? Like, what kind of fucking freaking psychopath are you?
It's you,
A true
man.
hero.
I know
it's totally
you.
it's me. Yeah, it's me. I'm actually nervous to go to the bathroom, so I'm thinking like, what if they think I'm the guy? What if I'm him? Like, I heard all their arguments.
Dude, I would be volunteering to snitch. Like I'm gonna take my breaks in the bathroom, and if I smell anything, I'm coming to you.
I'm gonna email you.
I will
boss.
give you a DNA sample. You can fucking test that
Yeah.
shit.
And
It's
then
not
when they
me.
agree,
can
I
put
would
a-
start clogging the toilet.
hot dog sandwich on me if I'm wrong, you know. But no, like they know it's some guy with green pants. So if they see some guy walking around with green pants, they're gonna question him.
Why
No
not? It's
fucking
not-
joke.
no, it's
That's
not-
what they're gonna do.
how do they
It's not. No, it's not the
Wait, they know he
pants
has
because you
green
can change your
pants?
pants every day. The shoes.
How do they know?
They
the
can't
guy-
write.
The shoes.
The
How
fucking
many?
law professional.
How
Hold
many-
on. How
how
many
many
fucking pairs of pants are you wearing to work?
No, I have.
I have a couple different pairs, but I only have one pair of shoes I wear.
He's got his work jacket pair.
I don't know
it's
if they
real
know the
loose,
shoes.
so you can get a hand in there, get a good
They
work
know the
jacket.
green pants, but I'm
How
just
do
saying,
they-
who wears green?
how do
Well,
they
he's got his
know?
sandwich pants.
How do they know this man is wearing green pants and they don't know who the fuck it is?
So-
if they knew what pants he had, they should know.
From what
Who this
I've
guy
heard,
is.
that's a very good point, Luke.
Fucking
That's
duh.
very astute.
I saw his lower
Luke.
half. I couldn't look up.
So I mean, they're in the bathroom still taking a shit. So
I'd wait outside.
you wait outside and confront like, so what you doing
Yes.
there?
You want to go in and like look at what you did here?
Dude, when the
You mind
CEO
showing
is
me-
sending
show me
out-
I
what
would
you
rather
did?
have pants samples than
So what's your
poop
name?
samples.
Bro, when the CEO's sending out shit
But you're
notes
right,
and I know the dude is in there next to me, I'm waiting.
You're gonna snitch.
Fuck yeah! I'm going straight
Luke's
to
a
CEO.
ballsy motherfucker.
I'm getting green light. I don't know that
I would
dude.
if
I don't
I were
owe him anything.
If I
You're
were
gonna say
you, I
green
would
light.
negotiate that for a raise. Like I will
Yeah,
give you the shit
exactly.
bandage if you give me $2 more. $2 more an hour.
I know who he
See,
is.
he knows exactly my train of thought here. Yeah.
Yeah. You negotiate that shit for a raise?
Facts.
I'll give you the shit bandit if you
Yep.
give me a couple extra bucks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Can you
Not-
imagine
not-
that conversation?
Maybe I should fucking investigate.
Exactly. It's like I'm not asking for much, just a little extra.
I know.
I can't hang in this corporate world, man.
Because
you
just
know?
think, it's like you can give me a couple extra bucks an hour, or you can keep dealing with that shit.
or
Like,
you
how
can
much does it
have another clogged toilet.
Yeah,
you-
how much does it cost you to deal with the clogged toilets? Just wait till he breaks one. How much is that going to cost
Yeah.
you?
Wait till it explodes.
I would
See what
I
happens.
I would be accusing the guy who came forward and was like, I don't know who it is, but I know he's got green pants. I'd be like,
But I mean, you just got to think about it. I mean, like,
I'm
if
waiting
you-
for green pants, and I'm gonna fucking bicycle kick him like Liu
I'm gonna
Kang as
find
soon as
out.
I see him.
I
If
know what
you
you
were
did.
ruining my ability to take work shits, you know how many work shits a day
See,
I
that's-
take?
that's-
I take 4 or 5 work shits a day. You're gonna fuck that up, green
Yeah, see,
pants.
that's-
I don't care if you're innocent.
You know how
I
much
don't care if
money
you're
I
a
make
woman.
taking
Yeah, see,
shits
I'll
at work?
bicycle kick you in the chest until
Yeah.
you die.
Yeah, see, I'm thinking the pants are just it's like a false lead. It's a red herring.
Well,
it's
it's
the
the same
shoes.
thing with shoes.
It's the shoes. You have to look at the shoes. Pants can change. People
Yeah.
But
usually
the pants will come back.
This is some my
but
cousin
they're always
going to
be wearing that same pair of shoes to
Yeah.
work. How many work pairs of shoes do you own?
I
I
have
have
3.
one pair of
You
shoes.
have
Period.
3?
Yeah,
This is
I
the
switched
only
between
pair of
3.
shoes that I work. Non-slip kitchen shoes. As soon as these get fucked up, I buy another pair of non-slip kitchen shoes. That's the
And
only.
boots.
pair
I know
of
what you're
shoes.
saying though. It's like
I
the
have-
same thing.
You're right. I have
when you're
Doc
trying to be
Martens.
fancy.
You're right. It's
I have Doc
frust-
Martens
it-
with spikes on them.
It's
That's
more
it.
likely
Bro,
you're
it
gonna
makes
have.
me mad too.
I'm just
I
saying,
know.
more likely you're gonna have the same pair of shoes and the same pair of pants. It's the shoes. You gotta look
You're
for
right.
the shoes.
I'm gonna fucking investigate and I'm gonna negotiate a raise.
You really
You're
should. Man.
welcome.
I have
Thanks,
the shit
guys.
banded.
You're
but I want
welcome.
$4
It's,
more
it's gonna be
now.
one
I
of those
know
like
the
new
shit
true
bandit.
crime shows. Who shit their pants?
Hey man, I know about the shit bandit. Let's go talk.
Imagine that conversation. You take the elevator up to the CEO's office. You walk down the hallway with your hands in your pockets. You open it up. You walk right on in. You take one quiet seat in the chair in front of the desk. You don't even say nothing to him until you're fully seated. And then you just
So
whisper
what's this?
to him.
All this about, Pat?
I know, just
So,
hit bandit
so
is-
about that shit bandit, huh? You want him?
I just can't
I got
imagine.
him. You got the money though?
I can't imagine going to work every day. Just like I'm gonna fucking ruin everybody's.
That's what I'm
day.
saying. Like it's fucking psychotic behavior. Who's going
Cody.
to work actively trying to get in trouble? Like actively trying to piss off the CEO.
I'm a
like
prick of epic proportions, but I would
Facts.
never do that. Like
Yeah.
I would never do that. Like what kind of fucking absolute psychopath does
Don't
it
ruin
take
your
to-
bathroom.
It just
breaks.
it's just funny for me because all I can think about is the CEO where I work has been known before he was a CEO to take naps in the bathroom.
Ugh.
Yeah, there's people like that out there too.
Falls asleep to shit fume smells.
No, I think he just
No,
wanted
like
a
break.
break.
people,
Fuck.
people just fall. My uncle used to fall asleep taking dumps, and then he would get up 4
Well-
hours later
well-
and say, I fell asleep reading a book.
Well, like where I work too, like if you're in the bathroom, like
relaxing.
the lights are motion censored, so if you don't move for like a certain amount of time, they turn off.
Yeah, the lights are off. when
Yeah.
you're in there on the
Could
fucking
you
toilet.
imagine? Could you imagine being the guy though who comes into the bathroom, hits the lights, and then somebody
it's
walks
weird.
out? Like,
No, it's not even
Then you
that.
hit the
like,
lights and you see someone's feet underneath
yeah,
the
no,
stalls.
it's fucking weird. You walk in, the lights turn on, you see someone's feet, and you're like,
What the?
and then at that point too, like I said, someone's doing coke in the bathroom. So I'm like, oh fuck, did they finally OD and die?
that'd be awesome.
Is there a fucking corpse in that stall? I'm not gonna be the one to
I'm
figure
gonna,
that shit out.
I mean, I'm not gonna.
that
I'm
Blake
not gonna tell
Mason?
anybody, but I'm gonna crawl underneath the stall and search through his pants for the cocaine. Where's the satchel at? Where's it at? Oh, I found it. All right, and then crawl back underneath.
That's
Yeah,
just
I
you,
was-
Cody.
Yeah, I was just
It's
I
a
was just gonna get out of there.
5x5 fucking stall that you're crawling into.
With a corpse,
Nah,
big
I'd probably
bloated
be there.
fucking fat corpse, looking for his bump. Hold on, I want to waste this good cocaine. All right, now back.
Good God.
Thanks for coming on, guys.
Yeah, it was
Thank
a
you for
great
having
fucking
us.
time.
Thank you for
Absolutely.
having us.
Oh, let's all clap. Cheers for Mansfield. Cheers for Mansfield. Yeah.
Empty
Okay,
bottles.
yeah.
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 Thanks, guys.
Thank
yeah,
you.
thank you. Where can we check you out?
The NITHING Bandcamp page, and then our Facebook. We also have an Instagram, just NITHING Ohio. Like
Follow them
OH?
and listen to them everywhere.
what?
OH or just the full?
Just
Ohio?
OH.
OH.
Yeah.
Nithing OH.
December 14th, the EP release show. Where's it at,
At
Zach?
Urban Artifact with Automaton and Well of Night.
Automaton. We love those fucking guys.
Go out
Oh,
there and
they're
check
great.
Trying to get
shit
them
out.
on. Make them come on the show.
Ryan's scared.
Seriously.
Oh, well,
Ryan's really scared.
Ryan's a
we can
puss.
we now
Oh, they're going to talk about buttholes,
Ryan's
dude.
scared.
Ryan. Oh, he's scared. I
he's
thought
a-
you said
he's a
he's
soft
scary.
boy.
I'm like, he's not
No,
scary.
he's
No,
one
I
of my
know
best
Ryan.
buds.
He's
I
a
love
good
that
dude.
guy. I hung out with him at the hockey
No,
game.
Graham, the old guitar player for Fenrir, his old band is in
Yeah, my
Automaton
buddy.
now.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
thinks he's going to come
Yeah.
on and get fired. I'm like, I'll tell the cocaine heart attack stories. You don't have to tell yours. Don't worry.
I just-
Ryan's just a sweetie pie.
He's a
you
sweetie
know.
pie.
I just said my CEO takes naps in the bathroom. Like, it's fine.
But you didn't
I
say where you
just,
worked.
I just talked about the shit
It's
bandit.
fair.
That's the point.
But anyways, thanks so much for coming on. Tell Automaton to come on this fucking show.
Well,
Once
we
again,
will.
be sure to check out needletoKnow1.com.
Check out Needle No One. Also, check out our subreddit, r/the Bastard Sermon. Check out our YouTube. It's getting no traffic. Come on.
Check out the
boot this shit
Instagram.
up. The Bastard Sermon.
All right.
That's it.
Peace,
basically.
fuck faces.
Yeah. Cheers
Bye.
to Mansfield.
Cheers.
Yeah, hot dog sandwiches for everyone.
Nope.
Hot dogs are sandwiches.